What is going on? What's going on, brothers? What is going on? Welcome to another series of the Passport Bros show, hosted by me, International Passport, and Mr. Theo WAF. First and foremost, brothers, let me know how my sound is. Press a one in the chat. And while you press some ones, I'm gonna sing the official Passport Bros show anthem. This is our life, this is our time. It's the Passport Bros. We'd like to welcome you to everything you need to know. This is our life, this is our time. We're the Passport Bros. We would like to welcome you to everything you need to know. This is our life, this is our time. It's the Passport Bro Show. Let's get it started. Let's get rumble.
That wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad, man. I'll get that. I'll get it. It could definitely use like a trance beat, right? It could some extra beats going there, some bass, but that was good. That was that's good. I liked it. Good lyrics.
Thank you, Theo. Thank you, Theo. Welcome, brothers. Welcome, brothers. Let's get ready to rumble the official Passport Bro show. So I think we're good audio wise. Let's get cracking, man. So I'm going to get me and Theo to introduce ourselves, obviously, and then we shall define the topics of this live stream. So I will obviously tell you who I am. I'm International Passport, one of the founding members of the travel movement for many years now officially called the Passport Bros movement. I travel, I'm in IT, and I push the IT and the traveling aspect to brothers. Join the Patreon, book your IT consultation with me, and get that passport and go and find your foreign girlfriend and your foreign wife. Theo, over to you.
Hey there. So my name is Theo WAF. I've been a part of the Passport Bro movement since '91. That's when I did my first travel abroad as a student. I fell in love with a girl in France, with Algeria, and never looked back. I was in St. Petersburg University. I dated a Russian woman. She was phenomenal. And then I went to the Sorbonne in France, and I dated a Syrian. And there was no going back. I was in Japan 16 years total. France 1 year, Russia 1 year. I've been to over 40 countries. I've been to over 10 countries at least 2 months. Not like 2 months on and off. I mean 2 months straight minimum. So I speak 4 languages: French, Russian, English, Japanese. I'm still kind of good with Ukrainian, Portuguese. I'm definitely learning Thai, Korean, and Spanish right now. So I'm upping my languages. I focus on cloud security and cloud security architecture in particular, and then DevSecOps, which is DevOps in a secure environment. So a lot of automation. I guess I'm successful now. I have an interesting story. Yep, and I was married to a Japanese woman, and fortunately she's gone. And I'm going to go back into being abroad sooner than later. I'm right now just trying to figure out how to deal with my dogs. That's it. So once I figure out what I'm going to do with them, I'm back on the airplane.
Fantastic. Great intro there, Theo. So let's get cracking, man. So welcome to another episode of the Passport Bro Show. So we'll be speaking about 2 very interesting topics that have made its way on the airwaves this week. The first one is a passport sister, a passport sis has been acting a fool in Dubai, and now she's currently in jail. We're going to react to it, and we're going to give our thoughts and compare the passport sis to what passport bros do. These passport sisters are absolute fools. They don't know what they're doing. They will never be us. Number 2, we shall be discussing the upcoming Passport Bro song by one of the biggest rappers out now in the last probably 10-15 years, J.Cole. He's jumping on the Passport Bros bandwagon. So what does that mean if that song goes viral? Would there be more Pookies, more Ways? How do we then get mixed into that, that whole different nonsense with Pookie? So let's get cracking. I'm going to share my screen, and we are going to react to the Passport Sis being detained in Dubai, and me and Theo are going to react to it, just to show you just how ridiculous these passport sisters are. Passport sisters, if you're watching this, you will never be us. Go back home to the States and go and date Pookie and Ray Ray. Let's get it cracking. All right, so share screen, share screen. Um, where is the window? Nope. Window, Chrome tab. Let's see. Set the tab to share. Not my entire screen. I don't think so. Window. Okay, not the Chrome tab. What I will do is upload the video. Give me 1 second. Present
Sure.
video file.
Yeah. This one from Dubai is amazing. I gotta admit, this is a funny one. I've seen some issues before. This is good. Good.
So we good?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Okay, so let's get it cracking, brother. So we are now reacting to Passport Sis being a fool in Dubai, and let's get to it.
On Fox, the last 2 months are described as terrifying for a Houston woman who we're told is being detained in Dubai.
Fox 26's Domly Keith joining us live near downtown Houston with why she's being held. Domly.
Well, the crime she's charged with may surprise you, and Dubai is increasingly becoming a vacation spot for a number of Houston women. One who's there right now.
Is it moving slow? The video, or is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the video is slow, but the audio is fine.
Okay, hold on. Let me try and fix that. Hold on.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. I may as well.
Yeah, we got to talk about Dubai in and of itself, because when you start talking about like these women are going to Dubai, we're like, we know what's going on. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, we definitely know what's going on. We're going to expose that tonight as well. These Dubai, Dubai, if you know what I'm referring to. Okay,
yeah.
So share screen here, and what's that video called? Houston woman. Okay, hold on, brothers. Hold on. Okay, so share here. All right, can you brothers see the screen? Can y'all see my screen?
Yep.
Okay,
yep.
So let's play.
On Fox, the last 2 months are described as terrifying for a Houston woman who we're told is being detained in Dubai.
Fox 26's Domly Keith joining us live near downtown Houston with why she's being held. Domly.
Well, the crime she's charged with may surprise you, and Dubai is increasingly becoming a vacation spot for a number of Houston women. One who's there right now, according to her social media page, is trying to get back to the Bayou City. But according to her mom, her passport has been confiscated because she was charged with screaming in public.
So let's stop it right there, Theo. I think there's two things I want to discuss here. Number one, Houston. So Dubai is becoming very popular with Houston women. Okay, so how many black people are in Houston? Black women. There's many of them there, bro. So now Dubai is becoming very popular with them. Why is Dubai becoming popular with Houston passport sisters? What's going on there, bro?
The only thing I can think of is that it's a lifestyle. This is internet, and they want to go on Instagram and portray some sort of lifestyle. This is only for them. It's not a relationship. It's not a family. It's not legacy or something like that. It's not going to be like her holding hands with some guy on the beach and they've been in a loving relationship for a long period of time, or even that she has a relationship there. That's not going to happen. So all this is for clout. That's it. But it's empty clout. All of us passport bros, any of us who know what's going on, we laugh at this, and we're like, yeah, go ahead, because we know who you are. All you think you're doing is self-identifying. So go right on ahead. Yeah, no problem.
And let me add this myself, right? So Dubai is becoming very popular with Houston women. I wonder why that is. So when we think about Dubai, there's high skyscrapers. There's it's very industrialized. And one key point here: a lot of rich Arab dudes with a lot of money I wonder
Right.
what these passport sisters are doing in Dubai. How can they even afford Dubai? Hmm, what's going
Yeah,
on there? Go on,
they're
King.
exchanging they're exchanging box for services. That's it. So that's what the service is box. It's basically a box exchange. That's the only thing that they can possibly do there, because it's um, outside of that. I mean, you have commercialism, of course, materialism there, but there's nothing else there in Dubai. I mean, it's like this little city in the middle of nowhere. That's it. Um, and so the only you go there in order to have a good time, but the good time is her. That's the guys are having a good time with her. That's it. And we've known this. I've been tracking this because for myself, of course, I was tracking Russian and Ukrainian scammers for years. And the one thing I always saw was that you'd have this Russian girl get flown out to Dubai. And it was easy for me to figure out how much money she was making. I was like, there's no way that she has the money to do this. And I was like, oh, okay, well, thank you for showing me that you're in Dubai. I know you're a hoe. That's it. It was that easy. Or 304. It's right there, right then and there. And
Damn.
I would just keep my own database of these women and get their photos, and I would see what they were doing online, and they were clearly scammers. And so when it starts trickling down, to these, these types in Houston. I'm sure it's also New York ABWs. I would also would be surprised if some Miami ABWs also were doing this. Some from LA, and this just shows a broken value system with them because they're going out there to exchange services for lifestyle. And so, sure, on Instagram, they're going to show photos of themselves in front of big buildings. It looks modern, something looks exotic. They may have some Louis Vuitton or some other like high end brand that they wouldn't normally have in Houston, but they're not going to be talking about what's really the pound down that's really going down on their bodies. That's what's really happening. And then they're gonna. I think it's funny because they're gonna turn around and say that we're doing sexual exploitation of women abroad. But I'm like, no, you're allowing yourself to be flown out to be sexually exploited. So okay, go ahead. Like that's it. I mean, okay, if you're an adult, if you want to do that, fine. But you're instantly banned as far as I'm concerned. Once I hear about this, oh yeah, it's done.
That's crazy. So you're telling me they don't care about the culture, the buildings, looking for a husband, but they actually
No,
find to Dubai to get ran through? This
right,
is
right,
what the passport sisters want to do. So the
yeah.
other point in this video is that we have a passport sister in Dubai shouting at a man, and let me remind that real quick, bro. Hold on.
But according to her mom, her passport has been confiscated because she was charged with screaming in public.
Brother, and this just proves my point. Screaming in public, you know, we know just how these Keishas act. We're in the UK, we're in America, we go on the bus, we go on the subway, we go on the train. These chicks are screaming like, they ain't no tomorrow. So for them to think they can bring that attitude and that mannerism to Dubai, I think they can get away with it. Brother, what's going on here? Is it entitlement that's caused this thinking in ABWs? Break it down for me, bro.
Yeah. So not only is this entitlement, which is a Western disease, in my personal feeling, this is a manifestation of Western feminism as an arm of white supremacy, as far as I'm concerned. I've always thought this way. And they're basically going out and thinking that they have the number one country, the number one economy, that they're number one, their values are number one. And they're trying to use this in terms of power on the street. Now, there's something that I've talked about with you guys on other streams before. One of the things that I knew as a Black male, particularly growing up mainly in a white world, was that the world belonged to them. And so I was not to get out of pocket with them because they can put me in my place instantly. So I knew that. So when I went to France, I had that mindset already. And then also when I was in Russia, of course I lived in Russia, right? I understood what power was very quickly. And I knew not to act out. In fact, I knew to be as silent as possible and basically have it so that people don't even know I'm there, because then I can get through. I can live. You don't want to be a target. And the Americans, the Westerners in particular, let's say, well, the English didn't always understand it. The Germans did, but the English and the Americans didn't always understand. If you get out of pocket, you start getting lippity, uppity, things like that. You start talking loud, people notice, and then they come at you. And there's no one's going to save you. I've been abroad before, and like, you got these guys saying like, oh, the American embassy is there. They'll arrange some things for us. The embassy ain't going to arrange nothing for you. The only thing they're going to do is understand that you're in jail, and they might try to get a lawyer to you or get some sort of communication with you, because there's like international law for that. But that's all they can do. There's nothing else. They have no power over there. It's their country. And so I understood when I was abroad to act nice, to be polite, because when I do that, it's less likely that I'm going to get in trouble with the authorities. So I don't use any privilege that I have as an American man. I'm down to earth. I'm always real. So you'd see, women, Western women going abroad, acting a fool, particularly if they go shopping and they think they can buy stuff that the natives can't buy, and they thought that they were superior, and then they start acting crazy. And I'm looking at them and I'm like, you're putting ketchup on food that doesn't require ketchup. Stop. You're making yourself look stupid. Like, really, just stop. So this is a case of this kind of situation happening. I'm not surprised at all. And that it's happening to the ABW, I'm not surprised at all, because she's using Western television and the university system as her basis of her actions and her expectations. She's not actually learning the language and blending in with the natives and following the rules, which is what she's supposed to do. She doesn't do that, and then she's gonna get clapped. She does this abroad. Oh yeah, like Brittany Griner in Russia.
Yeah.
When I heard about this, first thing I thought was Brittany. I was like, Brittany, they didn't really put you into jail for possession. They put you in jail, I'm sure, for what you said from your mouth. That's what it was. You probably clapped back at them, and they said, like, we're Russia. Guess what we're doing to you now? And that's what really happened.
Yeah, and it just shows just how ignorant Passport Sis sisters are. I mean, if you do your research about the Middle East, about Dubai, Bahrain, Kuwait, UAE, etc., these dudes don't play. All that woke stuff, all that feminist stuff, all that talking out your neck to men, right? That like they do in America and the UK, that's not flying in the Middle East. So I don't know what kind of white substances they're snorting, but it ain't flying over there in the Middle East. It's crazy, bro.
No, it's not at all. It's not gonna, for most of the world, it's not gonna fly. So it's just like these English-speaking countries that are allowing it at this point. That's it. If you go to, like, again, you do that in Asia, they gonna happen. They won't clap back. They'll clap back strong, but you won't you won't have to fear for your safety. But Russia, oh yeah, Ukraine, Belarus, you don't do that. Kazakhstan, Mongolia, China, oh, without a doubt, China, do not do anything like that, period. Just smile and, yeah, go along with them, with what they're saying. Middle East, no way, nowhere. And most of, I would say, North Africa as well. And it's not something in the middle of Africa as well. There's no reason to do that. You're going to get in trouble. So just don't.
Facts, bro. Let's carry on playing the video.
It also could result in prison time. So it's very scary.
The trip turned terrifying for Tiara Young Allen when her mom says she was a passenger in a friend's rental car and they got into an accident there in Dubai. Tina Baxter says when her daughter went to the company to retrieve her ID, credit card, and other items left in the rental, Baxter says it did not go well.
She found out that she could only receive those items if she paid an undisclosed amount of money. She dealt with a very aggressive individual, a young man there who was screaming at her.
Baxter says her 29-year-old daughter ultimately yelled back at the rental car agent, she says, resulting in...
I'm gonna pause it right there. Look at this. Look at this. That just shows you, right, what kind of woman Passport Sisters look like. The green hair. I mean, what's all this about? I mean, why does the BW have green hair? And why is she, dressing like this abroad? I'm out here in Dubai doing what? You can tell by her looking at her face, what she's wearing, that she's not there for holiday. She's not there to be a tourist. She's getting ran through, bro. Arab dudes are running through her and having their way with her. Break it down for us, Theo.
Oh yeah, this is 100%. This is not somebody who's there for integration into culture whatsoever. This is somebody who's clearly, personally, first thing I think is this person sticks out like a sore thumb. Person should not be dressing like this at all, or acting like this at all. And this is Instagram. This is an Instagram moment for her, right? So this is clout. And again, when I think about the Ukrainian Russian models that I would see being in Dubai, they would at least they would be dressed conservatively. Sure, they'd be showing cleavage, but it would be in a classy way. It would be like usually nightlife, right? And they would be like they're about to go into a classy restaurant, and what we would always say is, yeah, you're about to go eat some dinner, and after that, eat something else. I don't know what it's going to be. Maybe something with protein in it, but they're definitely going to eat something else after dinner, right? So this woman doesn't understand the culture, doesn't respect it, should not be dressing like that at all. She is not under any male protection. That's one of the things I really saw during this. She has no male protection. And because of this, she has no way to get out of a bad situation. They're just going to go after her. And yeah, they did. One thing too that they have on here, let's let everybody understand this. If you guys get in this situation, she got into an accident, okay, and they took her credit card and they took her passport, okay. Now, when you travel, you should always have at least 2 credit cards or 2 debit cards with you in case something like this happens and you lose one. And the next point I want you to understand is that whenever you travel, because if you've been with me an IP and we've done prep with you or give you really advice about how to travel, you should always travel with a backup of your passport, some cash to pay the embassy, and in terms of the United States, your birth certificate and your social security number, your social security card. That should all be with you, or at least copies of it with you in the luggage. And I'll give you this reason why. This is very simple. They took her passport, right? She should have just said, okay, give me a few days and I'll try to figure out what to do. De-escalate the situation. Do not get angry. She should have just gone straight to the American embassy at that point, said that criminal activity stole her passport and she needs a passport to be expedited to her. And they can do that within 24 hours. They can issue it to her right there. She could have gotten her passport, taken the other credit card, and either driven out of the country or just flown out of the country. Probably driven out of the country would have been better. And gone to another country and then fly out. Instead, she decided to be confrontational. As we're going to go through it right now, this is the path to death. You're not going to survive in this one. This woman is not being smart at all.
I mean, you can tell she isn't smart. I mean, she's got green hair, bro. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Ultimately,
Bruv, I mean, and this is what I'm talking about. Shout out to Ramel in the chat. She out here looking like the Joker. She's out here looking like the Joker from Batman. Why do you have green hair in Dubai and you dress like a fart in Dubai? You know their culture doesn't permit these kind of dressing. So we know she's not there as a tourist. She's there, to throw around her box. Let's carry on watching this video.
Lee yelled back at the rental car agent, she says, resulting in her being charged for screaming there in Dubai.
And so she is in jail for one reason and one reason alone.
Oh, here we go. The pro-black activist. I know who he is. Pro-black. No, so let's continue watching this, and I'm going to verify these pro-black dudes who are simps.
She raised her voice. In that country, a female is not even allowed to raise her voice. If she raises her voice, it's punishable by jail time.
It's been
Nah, you see, this is what I'm talking about, Theo and brothers, man. Why is it every time, right, when the sisters act out of hand, when they do something stupid, these pro-black simps, Umar Johnson, Tariq Nasheed, Carnell X, jump to the defense? We got this dude, right, Carnell X, talking about, women aren't allowed to raise their voice in Dubai. What is he talking about, bro? Break it down for us, Theo.
Well, he's straight out simping. He's thinking that the law there is the United States, and the first thing he said was, in that country, you can be arrested for speaking out. Yeah, so you need to obey the laws, straight out. If that's what the law is, then you don't break the law. That's like 101. That's basic passport bro thinking from day one. We go to another country, we don't break the law because we can put into jail. We don't get a lawyer. We don't get any telephone calls. We have to deal with their process, and we're behind bars over there. That's the last place we want to be, behind bars. Especially, I wouldn't want to be in that situation. So she went over there. She decided to do what she wanted to do, thinking that it was America. It's not. And she didn't learn anything from Brittany Griner or anyone else. And she decided to do what she wanted to do, and boom. So you got this guy. You notice something right here? This is one of the first things I noticed. There's no man. So they got a community activist basically to act as this woman's man, because this woman is a single mother, right? And she doesn't have a man. There's no father in this woman who's got detained. There's no father in her life. That was the first thing I was thinking. I was like, this is what the real problem is. So they're getting this. They're basically like rent-a-simp service within the Black community in order to get on TV, so they look like they're protected, and then there's some order and structure. There ain't no order and structure. This guy he's not even a lawyer. He's not even an international lawyer. He doesn't even know what the hell he's talking about. Bro, why don't you go over to Dubai and start talking crap there? They'll put your ass in jail too. Sorry, but they'll put your butt in jail too. That's what we're talking about. So this stuff is crap. Anyway.
It's amazing, bro. It's funny how whenever BWs do something wrong, whenever the Passport Sisters do something wrong, these pro-black simps, they throw on the cape, and suddenly they're Superman and they're saving these chicks. It's a disgrace, man. Let's carry on watching this video. The flip.
Jail time.
It's been very emotional. There are some days I stay up all night crying.
They have a strict law system that is really based on theocracy.
This website warns, quote, laws and customs are very different, so be aware of your actions to ensure they don't offend while in United Arab Emirates. Now, after Baxter says her daughter was charged with screaming...
You see, even the website tells you how to move out there in Dubai. I guarantee you, when it comes to passport bros, before they go anywhere, they go on the websites. How do I act out there? What do I do out there? How do I respect the locals? When it comes to Passport Sisters, is I'm a go out there, I'm a twerk on Save Monuments in Ghana. I don't care about the laws and customs. I'm an American, so shut the hell up. Theo, why are these women like this? I mean, they've already ruined America, okay?
Yeah.
They've already, ruined the men in America. They're a bunch of single mothers. They have no direction. They're lost. Why can't they just stay in America and just appreciate what they have in America? Why bring that ignorant attitude abroad?
I don't blame them for wanting to travel, wanting to go someplace else. I mean, that's totally rational that they want to go, but it's how you act when you go abroad. Somebody needs to have a little conversation with you, and understanding that even though you're American, it doesn't give you any perks. And what this person is thinking, that because she's American, it gives her lots of perks. So she's expressing that abroad. It's very obvious. I can see from her expressions. I looked her up. I did some study on her. Yeah, this is obviously an American who doesn't understand her place. So this kind of person needs to learn and needs to be used as a case study for other Western women, particularly ABW, who want to go abroad regarding how not to act. But the problem is that what they're going to say is, oh yeah, I can do what I want anyway. So we'll just have another one going into jail and another one and another one. So this reminds me of, again, I'm going to give you more of my background. So the English and the Aussies, when I was abroad, they knew the laws about drugs, right? Like what not to take. But they would talk about like, maybe we can take some other substance like shrooms or something else. They would try to figure out what they could actually do. And so then they would try to buy it in the country, or they would try to make it themselves. And what do you think happened when they did this kind of crap? Japanese government, Singapore government, Hong Kong government would always find out about this. They get caught, and there's nothing that the home country can do. Those people are going to rot inside of a jail cell, or they're going to be executed. That's what it is. But they would think, oh, it's nothing. It's just something a little psychedelic. It's nothing. I'm like, yeah, you knew the laws, and you decided to risk the laws for a little bit of fun. You could have just got some wasabi and sniffed it if you really wanted to. That would have been enough for you. I can't believe that would be a trip. But that's about all you would need to do. So like, why are you doing this crap? So it's the same. But see, in this case, the ABW doesn't even have that level of cognizance. She doesn't even recognize. She just thinks that she can do what she wants to do. And in this case, the answer is no. You cannot do what you just want to do. You will go to jail. The police can come and beat you on the street. And then they can determine whether or not they allow your embassy to know that you're there in jail or not. They don't have to follow the rules. They can do what they want to do because you are a foreigner. So if you don't, I'm like, hey, look, Western, like Passport Sis, if you don't understand this, you need to stay home for your own safety. Just stay home. I'm sure you'll find a simp. You can play with them. You know, there's Rent a Simp now in Houston, I see. So go do Rent a Simp, and I'm sure you'll be fine.
Let's carry on playing this video, bro.
In Dubai, her passport has been taken, and the American social media influencer who works as a truck driver can't leave the UAE, according to her mom. And her mom says she's been placed under a travel ban.
How is she a truck driver? But let me carry on.
Pending the outcome of the investigation.
Go on, Theo.
So she was trying to create, or she did create a trunking company in UAE. And that to me actually makes no sense. But I'm like, okay, I mean, I as an American, I can't say don't do it. Okay, so you do you, but that's strange. I mean, are you sure? So in that case, like, do you understand the laws, the accounting practices, all that kind of stuff? Because do you have a lawyer involved, things like that? And she should know what she's supposed to be doing. It's clear that she doesn't. And again, green hair. What do you do? You're like, again, the person's out of control. So yeah, but she was trying to make her trucking company.
So she's some sort of famous truck driver, right? I'm looking at her videos on her channel, and she's just like a thought. And this is what I'm talking about, bruv. She's in bikinis. She's wearing tight clothes. Her bum's all out. This is the problem I have with these passport sisters. They just can't control themselves, bro. I don't know what's wrong with them. Let's carry on playing the video.
It's very frightening. The longer she's been there, the more reality has started to kick in.
In our opinion, she did not commit a crime. Don't punish women for doing the same thing a man can do in Dubai. It's not fair and it's not right.
Oh, there we go.
Stop.
You know, the pro-black stripes again. Break it down for us, Phil.
Yeah.
Flipping heck.
Yeah, that's idiotic. The law is the law. You obey the law. That's it. Straight out. There is no fair. You obey the law. That's it. And if you have a problem with it, you don't go there. And so this person's in his feelings. If you have that issue, don't get on an airplane. If you can't respect other people's laws, you don't belong over there. When I've been abroad, I obey the law at all times. I do not play around with these people because I don't have the skill to navigate through their legal system, nor do I have the time nor effort or desire to do that. Their laws are there for a reason, so I obey them. If I don't like their laws, I am free to go to another country or stay in my little city here in Austin, Texas. That's fine. I can speak Spanish with the local Latinos here. All right. She doesn't understand that. This guy doesn't understand it. He says fairness. Oh no. I'm like, this one. I'm like, why don't you go over there and talk fairness? They'll tell you what fairness is. Yeah, you'll be doing that from a jail cell. Well, go ahead. Go ahead, bro. Take a trip. Yeah, go ahead. Fly over there. Go. Mess around and find out. That's what's gonna happen.
Do you know what I feel, right? I got smoke for these pro-black dudes, man. I'm getting sick of them because a lot of these pro-black dudes, they are enabling this nonsense we get from ABW and from Passport Sisters, right? You don't hear Umar Johnson, Tariq Nasheed, Colonel X call out these sisters. It's always these dudes simping for them, and enabling the nonsense. This guy is saying about how, don't punish her for what a woman can't do, but a man can do. Shut the hell up, Colonel X. Shut the hell up. I'm sick of these dudes, man. I am literally sick of these pro-black fakers. Let me ask Colonel X. Is Colonel X encouraging brothers to get into IT? Is Colonel X encouraging brothers to travel the world to meet their foreign girlfriend or wives because the women in the West are just so bad? Is Colonel West encouraging brothers to elevate themselves, in their profession? I guarantee you not. Sick of it, bro.
I'm sick of it also, and basically he's just, as far as I'm concerned, he's simply trying to get some there in Houston. That's it. He's he's like, hey ladies, that's me trying to do something for you. He can't do anything. He's just used there as a tool. He's actually useless in international environment. That's it. So he's making this other woman look a little bit more presentable with some structure, but that's it. He has nothing to offer. He's a simp. That's it. Like, you're basically what you're saying. This guy's a simp. He needs to go home and go figure things out. Go drop some crimson pills and crimson capsules and go on from there. But he's not, because he thinks he's on the right doing this. Hey, how simps act. Simp's got a simp. Anyway.
Let's carry on. We're in the last couple of seconds.
Yep.
Now, the 29-year-old does now have an attorney there in Dubai, and her mom says she's told that she could face jail time because there is surveillance video of her screaming. Now, we have reached out to the U.S. and the UAE embassies. Will government officials step in and give her assistance? I'm still awaiting responses. Reporting live near downtown Houston, I'm Damalie Keith, Fox 26.
Okay. So that ends that segment there. So to wrap it up, brother, before going on to the next section, but what's happening here? Is there any hope for her? Will Passport Sisters learn from this? Break it down for us, Theo.
No, I see. If they actually treat her equally, which is what they should let her rot in a jail cell, just the way they allow usually white Westerners to rot in jail cells abroad when they act a fool. And there are thousands of them in jail cells. Again, Americans, not so much Canucks, they're usually well-mannered, but Americans, Brits, Aussies, Kiwis, oh yeah, they're in jail cells abroad. Because they go abroad and they start acting stupid. And it's like the embassy can't do anything about it. So why should this woman get to put to the front of the queue? What, because she's black? Nah, man. No, put her in the back of the queue, and if they're gonna try to get someone released, get somebody else released who had 2 grams of 420 and they didn't know what was going on. Try to get them out first. But there's a lot of guys in there like that. So again, don't understand the law. Don't go abroad. I don't know why you're driving in another country. Okay, cute. It's not something I recommend. I would say if she wants to make a trucking business Why doesn't she have somebody else drive, and then she makes money off of that? Or okay, so she's a sassy trucker. Okay, I got it. She has somebody else drive the truck, and she's in there, and then she's doing her video Instagram stuff. That would also work. But from what we see here at this point, the entitlement is out of control, and she's going to get what's coming to her. And so they've got video, and like particularly the men there don't like what happened. She's in jail. That's it. Done. It's over.
Damn, let me read your super chats, bro. Shout out to Mr. Eric Mogadishu for the $2.99 Australian dollar super chat. Eric, thank you for the support. Eric, DM me, bro. DM me. I want to get your experience in Australia on the channel. Watch the Japan stream twice. Instant classic, man. Thank you, bro. Did you enjoy that stream, Theo? The Japan stream I did yesterday?
Yeah, that was good. That was good. I was definitely. I woke up the next morning. I was definitely studying Japanese and thinking, like, can I do it? Like, how soon? So that started, thinking about how soon I get out of the country. So that was a good stream.
Thank you. Shout out to Mr. Tech Noir for the $5 super chat. Support us and these brothers. Please support. Hit the super chats. Hit the PayPal donations. Any support is greatly appreciated. Cop the merch as well. Join the Patreon. Book your IT consultation. Support the movement. That'd be greatly appreciated. Shout out to Mr. Bed Mike for the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. I'm going to keep watching this to see if the government bails out this Keisha. Yes, indeed. Thank you both for the support. Shout out to Mr. Ramel Diaz in the building for the £5 super chat. What's up, Ramel? What's up, Ramel? There was once a time when being a HOE was shameful in our community. Now they celebrate it. It's absolute class behavior. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I remember the time many years ago, if you were a HOE, you were shunned. You were literally shamed, But nowadays, simps run the community. The woke stuff, the feminists, I don't know what happened, bro. Hopefully we fix it in the future. So let's go on to the next segment. So I'm going to share my screen.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you, brothers, just, how big the Passport Bros movement is going. And this is what I'm really concerned about. So let's get it popping, man. So let me go on my Twitter. And if you're not following me on Twitter, I suggest you do. Okay. So let me go on. Give me 1 second, brothers. ちょっと待ってください. Hold on, brothers. So where's my Twitter?
Material.
Okay. All right. So, okay. So,
Materu.
Okay, now. All right. So share screen, and let's go to my Twitter. So, brothers, I'm officially on my Twitter page, and go and follow me at Interpassport20 on Twitter. So as you can see here, brothers, right? Complex music, right? And I know them very, very well. Back when I used to be a rap head, okay? It says here, Bass and J.Cole will release their new collab called Passport Bros on July 19th. We have J.Cole here and a rapper called Bass. It's called Passport Bros. And this is why I tweeted, right? Hashtag Passport Bros. Looks like these rappers, J. Cole and Bass, have unfortunately caught wind of the Passport Bros movement. Who told these garbage rappers about it? Shake my head is going to attract Pookies and Ray Rays. So let me give my thoughts here, right? Number one, J. Cole and Bass are a bunch of rappers that are bandwagon of the movement that was created by us, hardworking, white-collar working men and blue-collar working men. I have a problem with dudes like J. Cole and Bass and all these garbage rappers, taking what we created and commercializing it, making it mainstream, and attracting the wrong eyes to it. These dudes, J. Cole and Bass, rap about smashing HOESs, being degenerates, I smashed this chick, I smashed that chick, blah, blah, blah. I smashed this dude's girlfriend, I smashed this dude's wife. This is what these rappers promote. They don't promote IT. They don't promote, getting power. They don't promote community. It's all about calling themselves the N-word, etc., etc. So now they're coming into our space that hardworking brothers have created, white collar working brothers and blue collar working brothers. And now they got a song called Passport Bros. And let me tell you why I'm a bit upset here. J.Cole is one of the biggest rappers currently out. And I know for a fact he has a lot of fans that are Pookie and Ray Rays. What do you think Pookie and Ray Ray are going to do and what they're going to think when they see something called Passport Bros? And when they conceptualize it and see all of us traveling to meet beautiful girlfriends and wives, these dudes are going to poison the well. These dudes are going to poison the well, something that we worked hard to create while these rappers ruined their community, while these rappers sold drugs to other brothers in the community, while these rappers rap about killing other brothers in the community. Theo, break it down because I'm very upset now, Theo. Break it down for me, brother.
I have to agree with you on this one. So these guys, I mean, if they make a respectful song regarding Passport Bros, that would be one thing which is going to be good. But I don't think this is going to be it's going to happen. They're probably going to talk about the Caribbean and going to the Caribbean, smashing chicks left and right, and it's going to give an idea to the Pookies that they can also do this. Now, one good defense that Passport Bros have against Pookie is that Pookie tends not to have a lot of cash flow, nor does he have discipline. So if he gets money, he spends it quickly, and he doesn't really build for anything. So his attention can be taken by Keisha by far more quickly than actually getting a ticket or buying a passport, because it takes time to do that. So that's good. But there are some Pookies who do have a little bit more discipline, who indeed will get on the airplane and cause trouble. This is another reason why, again, for myself as a passport bro, I say avoid the U.S. sphere of influence. So basically, so you said Panama is okay. All right, fine. I would say the Caribbean, at least North Mexico, Canada, of course, we're having streams saying Canada's okay, but I usually, okay, fine. But those are avoid areas where Pookies can easily fly, and with like say $200 cause pandemonium abroad. This is not areas where you want to be in, because if they can get there, they will Pookie themselves out, and then that image will be hitting us. That's just what we do not want. So learn the language and get on the airplane and go further away. I would say at least Panama, Costa Rica, Colombia. That's a bit further away. They're not going to go that far. But some other Pookies will. So the further away you get from America, the less Pookies you're going to have.
And even if they create a song that's respectable, why call it Passport Bros? Calling it Passport Bros is still giving all sorts of eyes towards that term Passport Bros. We don't want the wrong people knowing about this movement and polluting it and ruining it. Because I'll keep it real with it. There's a lot of people in our community that are knuckleheads, that are useless. They got cash, they'll travel anywhere and just run through a bunch of chicks, right, without wifing them up. And then that's poisoning the well for us. If we're looking for wives and girlfriends, they'll do it again in different countries, do it again in different countries. And I'm kind of sick of it, bro. I am really sick of these rappers, okay, who are degenerates and who promote a degenerate lifestyle. And let me also mention this as well, bro. Some brothers saying, J. Cole isn't garbage, bass ain't garbage. Listen, brothers, right? I grew up on Little Brother, Wu-Tang Clan, Nas, old school Kanye West, old school 2001 Dr. Dre. These so-called rappers that are out today don't hold a candle to real hip hop. If you ain't from the 90s, I don't recognize you. If you ain't from the 90s, if you weren't on that Illmatic, it was written, Let's Get Free by Dead Prez, I don't recognize you. That's real hip hop to me. There, all these rappers nowadays are all clout chasing drug fiends who sip lean all day and rap about nonsense. Break it down for us, Theo, man, because I'm really angry here that these two men want to call their songs Passport Bros and getting millions of fans to pollute and dilute our movement. Nah, bro, we're going to war, brother. Break it down for us, Theo, man. You there, Theo? Theo, you're on
Sorry,
mute.
I was on mute. Sorry, I was on mute. So I would have to say, yeah, if it's not 80s and 90s rap, it's not real rap or hip hop. The stuff that you have afterwards isn't really that authentic. And it's much more watered down. But the message, it's just bump and grind 304. That's it. That's all you've got. And then give us money for our lyrics. That's it. So I'm not really too pro this at all. I think again, what these guys are probably going to say about Passport Bros is not going to be good for us in terms of our image. It's probably going to be something degenerate. And if it isn't, great, but I have no hope for you at all, to be honest. These guys, well, they're going to inspire Pookie. I have to agree with that. I'm looking at the chat a little bit. If they do talk about Thailand, that's really bad. But the good thing about Thailand is that it's like 17-hour flight, something like that. I never flew to Thailand from America. I only flew to Thailand from Japan. So yeah, that's a really far flight. I don't think many Pookies are going to do it. Although the Pookies are increasing there, not many are going to do it. They're not going to flood the market, right? It's kind of like the Philippines are closer. Flood the market there. If you have Pookie anywhere, Pookie in the Philippines, go there. Oh, that's bad. I'm probably going to get clapped back on that one. But basically, I don't want them to talk about Thailand or Brazil or Colombia. Hopefully, it's just going to be doing something stupid in the Caribbean, in particular the DR, which is not. Well, I mean, its reputation right now is bad. That's another reason why I say don't go to the DR or Haiti or Jamaica, because you've got people who are degenerates there. So don't do it. There's a lot of them there. So don't ruin our image with them.
Exactly, Brian. And we also got to consider that, we don't want negative connotations linked to the Passport Bros label. We're trying to, as to what I do here, I'm trying to promote IT, marriage, long-term girlfriends, being a real stand-up dude, as a Passport Bro. Not no dude that's a bum, that has no ambition, that just wants to, be a useless Pookie. I mean, Pookies can be reformed, absolutely, man. But these rappers, I don't have any hope for them. Rappers are degenerates. They ruin communities. They ruined the black community, in my opinion. They did. They're the ones who push out the N-word. They're the ones that made me look bad. No, brothers, I got smoke for these rappers, bro. These rappers would rap about killing their own people, being a degenerate. I smashed your wife. I smashed your girlfriend. I'm going to kill that N-word. I'm going to shoot that N-word. Blah, 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 N-word. And that makes me look bad. So here's me, brother. Here's me and Theo, educated brothers. And all our image is linked to a bunch of rappers, because rap dominates the image of the black man. It really does. So these dudes, they're not educated. They rap about nonsense. Okay, they don't push out any sort of positive thoughts towards young brothers. It's all about HOEs, thoughts, lean, a red cup, sagging your pants. F that shit, bro. They ruined our image. They did. The whole gangster rap stuff, they did, bro.
Yeah, I didn't like that myself either. I mean, I'm still a fan of Public Enemy. They were brilliant. they knew what they were talking about. But most of the time, these other guys, these gangster raps, have been nothing but detriment to our image, particularly in the Western world. And then what you have is additionally a lot of people following them, and they're also becoming degenerates. And this is an issue. So what do? You say like turn it off? Because I mean, I just the easiest way not to engage in gangster rap, it's just not to buy it. But these guys are buying it hardcore, and they're engaging in the culture. And I don't want this, so I'm like, keep it in the West. Don't have any association with Passport Bros. So maybe what we'll have is that if these guys are acting a fool, are acting like degenerates abroad, maybe there'll be increased, locking these guys up and keep them in jail for a while, which is kind of good. I'm all for that. If a girl says that he did something wrong, just lock him up for 20 days and see what happens when he's in there. When he's in there with a bunch of natives, he doesn't speak the language, and he has to figure out how to sleep. Yeah. Or use the bathroom. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna learn. You're gonna learn in there.
It's funny how BWs are trending on Twitter. I ain't even gonna click on that, bro. So before I open up the phone lines, right, I want to make it very clear that I don't mess with these rappers. I don't care where they're from, who they are. These modern day rappers are a bunch of fools, and clowns. Okay? They really are. And you have to have smoke for them, because all you brothers watching my channel right now, you're average brothers. Okay? You are blue collar working brothers, you're white collar working brothers. You worked hard to get to where you are right now. And these dudes rap about nonsense. When was the last time these rappers rapped about, creating the black Elon Musk, creating the black Bill Gates? They don't care about that. It's all about, I got my Gucci bag, I got my Armani bag. I'm better than you. You're a joke. I smashed all these chicks. I smashed your wife. I smashed your girlfriend. And we're this and we're that. Brothers, that makes us look bad, bro. And I care a lot about the black man's image, brother's image. The reason why we're not taken seriously, one of the reasons, all around the world, is because every other group of people only see one image of brothers. One image. And it's the image of a rapper, a brother, right, that sags his pants, says the N-word multiple times in one sentence, is uneducated, has a bunch of Glock 9s in his hands. It's a joke, man. It's a joke. So I've worked hard, Theo's worked hard, and other brothers in the Passport Bros space have worked hard to push out this Passport Bros movement, to give brothers meaning in their lives, average normal brothers who have no purpose. And these two rappers want to take our ish, commercialize it, and bring even more mainstream eyes towards the Passport Bros movement. I feel some type of way, bro.
Let me comment on this. So, especially when I'm abroad, some of the things that I would comment on, I just kind of sneer at it, was that the Passport Joes is what we're calling the white guys. They were able to listen to gangster rap. They knew what was going on, right? So they liked it. They liked the rhythm, the lyrics, but they were able to go onto the street, and they were the white guys, the white foreigner, and there are girls who definitely wanted to date them, and they didn't have to bring much to the table, right? They just had to be themselves, and I would sit back and I was like, that's kind of unfair, right? But it doesn't matter. But I'd be like, so we have to deal with the crap of our image with rap because it's us, it's black. And then so that means I'm gonna have to work extra hard to be professional. I'm gonna have to work extra hard to show who I am and that I'm different, and to establish myself. And then of course, as black men, but also when I say black men, I include Africans at this point. Black men globally tend to be very good at language. So if we just learn the language, then we can excel and actually beat the Passport Joes. This is what I was trying to do when I was there, which it wasn't that hard to do. So I would say like our obstacles are really intense, and we do have to learn the language actually. But when we do it, then they see us for who we are, just these educated guys who are family oriented, and they're like, "Hey, yeah, great, let's go out with you," right? So I'm just like, it's harder for us. We really have to work harder, and I'm like, oh well, such is life, you know. I just like, okay, fine, you know. At least I'm 6 feet tall, so I keep on going, you know.
You know what, bro? I remember when I was in Germany last year, right? And this white German dude, you know, from an Eastern European country, says to me, "What up, my N-word?" And I told him, "What'd you call me, bro?" He's like, "No, not nothing." I told him, "Did you call me the N-word?" He's like, "No, no, 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 no." Where do you think he got that from, bro? What up, my N-word? My N-word, my
Yeah,
N-word, my N-word. He got it from rap music. So I
yeah,
guarantee you, right, when this Passport Bro comes out, and I know J.Cole very well, this dude says the N-word like, you know, like he was like it's water to him.
uh,
Literally, he says the N-word after every other goddamn word. This song will be filled around N-words, N-word this, N-word that, my N-word here. I'm sick of it, bro. I'm tired of it, brother, man. I really am.
yeah, yeah. I'm tired of it too. I don't have, like, just say personally speaking, I just don't have it on. I don't listen to it. But you're aware of it. Okay, so okay, you're traveling internationally, right?
Mhm.
You're aware of the power of Black music internationally.
Yes.
It's a force, right? It's its own force. So if it's degenerate, then that's not good for us. It needs to have the same lyrics, but a different message. Because again, if you look at K-pop, J-pop, right, they're copying from Black music all the time, but they're not talking about, you know, sleeping somebody's wife or go pop somebody off.
There you
No,
thank you, Theo. Can I come in
right,
here, bro? Sorry. Thank you, Theo, man. Like it's like
yeah,
brothers need to understand the power of music. K-pop, pop, you know, Latin music. Show me where Korean music they're calling themselves an Asian racial slur. Show me in Latino music, reggaeton, where they're calling themselves a Latino racial slur. Show me in, you know, Chinese music, in Indian music, you know, in Japanese music, where these people are calling themselves racial slurs that's linked to their own ethnic groups. Nada, nada, nothing. Okay. But I'm in Germany, I'm in Panama, I'm even in Japan, and the N word isn't even censored. I was just in Japan this year. I'm in the mall and I'm hearing the N word after every single goddamn word. I'm like, damn, y'all don't even censor the N word here? Come
and
on,
that's,
man.
you heard that with foreigners mainly, right?
Brother,
Because
brother,
you're hearing,
I heard the N word, right? Literally blasting from the radio in Japanese
oh,
shops.
yeah, they wouldn't know what's going on. They're not able to hear the lyric exactly.
Bruv.
They wouldn't know exactly what it is. Yeah, and if they do know it sometimes, so like, okay, we're talking about Japan, right? So let's say someone says the N word to me, I would just look at them and say like Moijan, right? So that it roughly translate in terms of nuances. I've had enough already. Like, stop it. And like I could say Moijan Yameteo, and then they know to leave you alone. They're not going to do anything at that point. They might just laugh and they'll and say like, I like this rap music, and then they'll turn to little kids, which is what they are, and they'll talk to you about anime and rap music, and you can have a little conversation. So they really don't understand the implication of it entirely. A lot of times they're just rapping. They're just following the beats, which is bad because that the N word shouldn't be there originally.
It's
Those people
programming, man,
shouldn't.
bro. You know, it's
Yeah,
programming.
they shouldn't have the acquired the behavior from the music. I don't like it either, to be honest.
Damn. do you know how life is, right, for the average black man? That isn't some sort of sellout rapper that says that his own people say the N word and raps the N word, right? In front of non-black people. That's the reason why I stopped going to festivals many years ago. I was in a
Mm,
festival and some black rapper comes out, and then we have a crowd of white people, Indian people, Asian people, and they're all dropping the N word. And I'm thinking, yo, what's going on here, bro? And
mm,
the black rapper is encouraging that. That's some sellout
mm,
shit right there, man. Sorry if my
yeah,
language, but that's some sellout ish right there, bro.
mm, yeah,
Say it, scream it, scream it, scream it. You know, it's
yeah.
embarrassing.
I
I
don't.
pray to God, man. I wake up one day and brothers and sisters stop embarrassing themselves, man. We are literally a walking joke right now.
Mm. Um, I would let's say there's definitely an image problem in the West because we're not controlling our image. And so within the manosphere, within the Passport Bro movement, we can control our image. And what you see are people from the outside trying to dictate our image to us, which is we have to be hyper vigilant about that constantly. That is actually a concern. But once we go abroad, that's it. It's a wrap. You can't write our image. In terms of the image going abroad and people saying the N word like that, yeah, that's an issue. Yeah, it needs to stop. Um, I don't see it stopping anytime soon because they get cash flow from it. And in particular, who's buying that kind of music? ABWs. They love it,
Jeez.
right? Yeah. So yeah, and then white people love it too, but we don't. Educated black men don't. No, we know that's a problem. We don't want to have that. That's an issue.
Man, the educated black men, we need this. We need a win, man. We need to just win as educated black men. You don't know what educated black men go through in this world, bro. We are
Mm-hmm.
marginalized. You know, if you're an educated black man and you tell non-black people, I don't like rap music, they'll look at you funny. What? You
Yeah.
don't listen to rap music? And I've had that situation many times. They're thinking, whoa, a black guy doesn't listen to rap music. What's going on here? Because it's programming, bro. We can't like anime. We can't read manga. We can't be goofs. We can't be nerds. We gotta be some sort of dude. We gotta be some sort of head nodding rapper. Sorry, head nodding dude that listens to rap, have dreads, sags our pants, stereotypical, says the N word all the time. And when you don't do all that, they look at you weird. They look at you funny.
Yeah.
They're like, are you really black in their minds? Brother, I'm sick of it, Theo, bro.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. So like about the only positive image that we have is I would say on the international side, like the non-American would be football. We do have a lot of football players who are black, and they look very good. And then also in the United States, it's the NBA. So in those sports areas, black men are at least somewhat in control, and their image is actually very good. Um, but I was just thinking about this. As black men, we don't have anything like Guinness, right? So if you're with an Irishman abroad, and you sit down to say, "Look, do you want to have a pint? Do you want to have a Guinness or a Kilkenny with me?" They'll be like, "Sure, let's do it," right? And they understand. It's like a form of respect. We don't have anything like that. We don't have anything cool like that represents our culture that we determine. That
Mm.
is a form of just communication that they respect and we respect, and we can have a mutual area of communication between each other. No, and that's something we really need. So the closest it comes to it is rap, which is N-word filled, and we have to try to deprogram somebody else and say that's not who we are. That's a real shame. Well,
It is, man. So let's get some callers in, and I feel what you're saying, Phil, man. I know you've probably been through a lot as an educated brother through the years. You being different from the stereotypical brother, and J.Cole and Bass want to come in here and take our ish, and poison it with their nonsense. Nah, bro. You know, I'm coming for these rappers, man. So let's open up the phone lines, brother. Got a couple of super chats here. Shout out to Mr. Eric Mogadishu for the $7.99 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. The song is a double-edged sword. Hopefully all the Pookies go to Latin America and leave Asia alone. And J.Cole is married. Wow. This is what I'm saying, bruv. Married man, you know, rapping about being a passport bro. Joke nowadays, bruv.
Yeah, I mean, if he were if his wife were non-American or non-Western, that would be good. But I don't see that happening. I doubt that is. I haven't looked him up personally, but I doubt that's true.
Yeah, I guarantee she's American. I guarantee. Shout out to Mr. Bed Mike for the $10 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. I am absolutely certain Thailand is going to be in his rap. Any attention by J. Cole going to get massive attention from the Keishas. That's my point right there, brothers. I'm sure he has a lot of BW fans. I'm sure he does. You know, you brothers don't get it, man. It's like I wouldn't be surprised if this is some sort of, you know, narrative to destroy the movement, to fill it up with, you know, low value people. There's too much Theo, man. We got too many forces against us, Theo, bruv. Sometimes I just want to, you know, walk away, pack it up, and just, you know, ride my boat in the sea and ride off to the sunset, bro. You know, we got too many forces, bro.
I'm used to this. This is like, for me, this is really normal. So again, the West is pretty much like, be quiet, be subservient, simp for a woman, give her all of your money, and endure a sexless marriage because it's your fault. And like, no, I'm going abroad. That's it. I'm done. So yeah, I'm used to this kind of crap. It makes me study more. It's, again, if you've been in my class, you've been in my class before. Because other students have been in my class. You guys know I'm a very avid studier. I'm always working. I'm always devoted towards improving myself, and that's because I got to go into this international environment. So I'm out, right? Because I know what's here is death. There's no benefit to us at all.
Facts, man. I mean, if the Passport Bros movement falls because of J. Cole, you know, a lot of brothers are going to be aimless now. Because this gives me hope. This gives me direction. You know, I'm happy teaching brothers Python every week. I'm happy mentoring brothers IT every time we have our consultation calls. You know, please don't take this away from us, man. This Passport Bro movement is all we got. This is what's keeping me, you know, active every day. This is what makes me wake up. This is what makes me feel right. Look forward to the new day when I wake up every day, bro. How can I help brothers? How can we push this movement out to other educated brothers? I'm asking you, rappers, man, please don't take this away from educated brothers. Please, brothers, please, man, please, brothers.
they're gonna go at. They're gonna do something, and then more sisters are gonna go out and do something. That's just the way it is. So what we have to do as brothers is, first, make sure that we have our money correct, and that we can work abroad. In your case, you have to get your money outside of the UK. That's vital. And then the next one is do what other Passport Bros are doing, which is showing your relationship online. And once they see that you have a functional relationship and you guys are in love with each other, that really catapults the Passport Bro movement. So I've talked with Angelica quite a bit about this, and I said, you know, basically, you know, like at least once a month, you need to be in front of the camera with me and be next to me if you're gonna really, you know, be my wife, because I need to give that image, to reinforce that image to other Passport Bros. As, yeah, this is who we really are, and the sisters really can't go against that. So she's actually down with that. She thinks that's a good idea. She's aware of the heat that Passport Bros are taking, and she laughs, particularly at the ABW. she says straight out, she says, "I got your man." so she's like, yeah, go ahead and come at me, because she's not going to say anything. She's just going to laugh at them because she knows what she has.
Yes, indeed. Hold on, bro. Shout out to Mr. Ramel Diaz. Oh, sorry, he says here. It's only a matter of time before we are on NBC News. Yes, indeed. Shout out to Mr. Ramel Diaz in the building. Thank you both for the £2 super chat. UK drill is literally homicidal. What the homicide, not homo.
Homicidal.
homicidal
Homicidal.
programming. Yes, indeed,
Yeah.
man. Yes, indeed. Nonsense genre. I don't listen to that. Garbage music. Thank you, Ramel Diaz. Shout out to Mr. Humbly Brash for the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Much love to you and all you do IP. Thank you, bro. When is the next cycle of IT? When is the next cycle of IT classes from you and Theo? So, Theo, you go first. I'll go after.
So my next cycle comes from the Manosphere Conclave, which will be held in Atlanta September 8th through September 10th. So I will be teaching multi-cloud, which will be AWS, Azure, and GCP simultaneously. And also, and there will be DevOps and Terraform and GitHub as well. So GitOps will be a part of that. And then I'll also be teaching the CISSP as an advanced security course. So go to the conclave or purchase a ticket for it, and then you can qualify to enroll into the class. That's the only way I'm doing it this way. Classes 3 and 4 did not require this, but classes 1 and 2 did require this. So class 5 will require this as well.
Okay, awesome. So in my instance, I'll be teaching Python only if I have enough people to teach. If it's very little, I'm going to cancel it. But I'm gonna have a set head count, and if I reach that head count, I'm gonna go ahead and teach Python. So I'll be teaching Python alongside Theo's cloud class. So Python and cloud work very well together. So if you're doing Theo's class, you definitely have to be in my Python class. So that will be in September as well, and that will run alongside Theo WAF's cloud stuff. Okay, we're gonna work off each other like Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. for
Yeah.
Chicago Bulls.
yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. Yeah. We'll definitely, because we don't mess with each other in each other's realms. So like for example, I only do basic Python scripts to get like something working quick. But you actually do applications, right? So that's good, because then I could be like, okay, so IP has an app, so can we put that into a cluster? Okay, good. Go to his class, get the app, and then bring it over here, right? Because I don't want to be bothered with doing it. So that's good, because then we can have synergy together. And there's another guy who teaches databases. He'll also be at Atlanta, and so you got this guy who's just really proficient. Yeah, he's also a very talented professional black man, and his name is Sub-Zero, and he has my full confidence. So again, you got all this together. It's all in the cloud. You can get a huge career, well over 6 figures doing this. It's great. I have many students who have well over 6 figures, and they're doing very well right now.
Awesome. So question is to the panel, is J.Cole doing this? Is Bass doing this? Is Drake doing this for the brothers? Is Kendrick Lamar doing this for the brothers? They ain't doing the hard menial work on a close interpersonal level like me and Theo. So F these rappers, bruv. F these rappers, bruv.
Yeah.
So
I definitely, I agree. I screw them, because they really are a problem. Like, just stop listening to it. Like, why? Why are you doing it? Listen to something else. No, just there's no reason that, like, particularly violent rap or rap that's dehumanizing people. You don't need to listen to that. It's just not good.
We above rappers, Passport Bros. We listening to Mozart, Beethoven.
No, I don't listen to Mozart. I like Mozart, but I don't listen to him. I listen to, just so you guys want to know, I listen to John 00 Fleming and the Digital Blonde. And they both hail out of the UK. Since I was a kid, I started listening to British music, and I've never stopped. So the British invasion never stopped with me. My parents listened to the Beatles. They were big on British music also. So it's just kind of like in the family, we listen to British music. It's just the way it is. Like, yeah, I don't really listen to that much American music. When it comes to rap, sure, Snoop, a little, but nothing too bad there. Public Enemy, Wu-Tang Clan, stuff like that. Yeah, but in particular, Public Enemy. Yeah, I had to think with them. I had to really think what they're talking about. They're a great group, so that's what I listen to.
Same here. When it comes to rap, for me, it's gonna have to be Nas, Wu-Tang Clan, Little Brother, Dead Prez. That real 90s, early 2000s core hip hop. If you ain't a part of that, that timeline, you're not a rapper to me. So, so we only accept the real rappers from the 90s, man. The real hip hop stuff, you know.
Mhm.
Illmatic,
Yeah.
it was written, the lost tapes, Enter the 36 Chambers. We talking that real hip hop there, brothers. None of this, new mumble rap. Yeah, on. We don't do that over here, brothers. Nah,
Yeah.
fam. Dead Prez, let's get free. That's what I'm talking about, brothers. Discipline. If you know what I'm singing right there, you know. If you know, brothers.
Mhm. Mm.
That Illmatic stuff, man. Memory Lane, New York State of Mind. Y'all know what I'm talking about, brothers, right?
Yeah. 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 Are they going to follow it? Yes or no? I mean, that's the hard thing. So, I mean, it's just, again, the N word in there. I don't go with it. Don't go down. Don't like it. No.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Got a couple more super chat brothers. Send
Sure.
in some more support for the brothers. That'll be for myself and the channel. That'd be greatly appreciated, man. Shout out to Mr. Corner for a Healthy Diet. That's an interesting name. Is that the yogurt? Thank you, bro, for the $19.99 super chat. I'm interested in learning cloud security. Book a consultation with me, brother, so I can help guide you in your career there. Happy to give you all the tips you need, bro. Shout out to Mr. B Irons for the $2 super chat. Appreciate you, brother. How to avoid social awkwardness with foreign women. You want to start, Theo? I'll give you my thoughts after.
Learn the language, go to study groups, and do language exchange. So language exchange, particularly in the other country, is where the non-English speaker speaks for a half hour, and then you speak in English for a half hour. So like I was in Japan, they would speak in Japanese for a half hour, and then I would speak in English for a half hour. The other thing too is to teach English while you're abroad, because as I've always found, you don't really teach English so much as that the natives teach their language to you. So you'll come out as an English teacher, you'll actually become proficient in the other language. And then also just relax. Like, what are they going to do to you? Really, what are they going to do? So if you really have a problem with it, just take a shot of something and relax. You'll be fine.
Thanks, bro. I would just say go for it. I would say it's actually a good practice to cold approach in the West, because if you can cold approach in the US and UK, you can cold approach anywhere. That's my opinion, because the women here are so horrible, and you know what to expect. But if you can approach any Western woman, you can approach any woman all around the world. So dress well, smell good, have a nice haircut, feel good about yourself, and go for it, bro. We all fail in cold approaches, but it's a numbers game. Sort of like a job application, right? You go for a job interview, you don't get the job. Are you telling me you're going to stop applying for jobs? No, you're going to apply for more jobs to get that job. It's the same way with women. It's a numbers game. Keep approaching, and that awkwardness will eventually go away, bro. Shout out to MF Doom. That's a super villain. Yes. 90s hip hop. Now you're talking. Yes, man. Shout out to MF Doom, Mad Villainy, MF Foods. Y'all know what Mad Villainy is? You know that feel? I used to bump that back in the day, bruv. Mad Villainy, right?
Yeah. That was good. Yeah.
That was a sick album, bro. It was a classic, bro. I remember Fancy Clown, Accordion. I know my stuff, brothers, man. So we ain't rocking with J.Cole over here. We're rocking with real hip hop, bro. If y'all don't know what Mad Villainy is, then y'all don't know hip hop, bro. Break it down for us, Bill.
No, I agree. Like, so the reason why I'm kind of like kind of being a little sheepish here is that like I was doing a lot of my travel abroads when in the early 90s and then the middle 90s on. So when I was in America, I would kind of catch the rap that was coming out, but for the most part, I was just intensely studying language and computers. So when I there's still things I haven't really listened to before. So I'm not entirely theirs because I knew what the Japanese music was. I knew what was their dramas. I knew what their culture was doing because I was going and doing integration into there. And so when I got off the airplane, I was ready to go. I didn't have any regrets. So there's still a lot of the 90s I don't know. I really don't. I haven't heard stuff before. There's like all kinds of music. There's all kinds of shows I haven't seen. It's because I was abroad.
Yeah, bro. I used to love. I used to bump my Vanilla back in the day, bro. I used to love that album, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Memory Lane. I'm gonna listen to it tomorrow, man, or next week. There's a song called
Yeah.
"A Fancy Clown." I'm gonna sing it. I see you in the background, wherever I fall. Telling your mother, she said you're home. Heard you've been drifting around the town with some fancy clowns. Oh man, Memory Lane, bro. I love that song, bro. Shout out to my villain. Rest in peace to MF Doom, legendary rapper, man. Rest in peace, bro. Shout out to Mr. Ramel Diaz for the £5 super chat. That's the fourth or third time tonight. Appreciate you, Ramel, for the support. Thank you, brother. Python and Cloud overlaps on Sundays. I want to join Cloud again in September once Python concludes. How can I rejoin in September, Theo, or get a virtual ticket? Go on, Theo.
So I moved the Sunday class up so that it doesn't actually overlap. So it's later. So other guys in the UK have actually joined after. I'm aware of that. So IP and I talked about that regarding the class schedule. So I did move it. I am considering moving it to Saturday, just because a start of 8 p.m. on Sunday night is actually kind of brutal. So I was thinking about maybe putting it on Saturday at an earlier time, especially for the UK, because it just makes life a lot easier. And so you have to get a virtual ticket, and you have to, if you're going to be a part of the multi-cloud, then you have to get the lab. It's a $60 lab fee that you have to actually pay for as well. So that's fine. But I think for you, Ramel, you should be very much interested in the CISSP class. So if you're a part of the Manosphere Conclave, then you can just walk into the CISSP class after that. That's fine.
I can vouch for Ramel. He's a very smart dude, very smart man, Theo. I can vouch for him. So yeah, definitely try and fit him in, brother, at any class you can. I can vouch for him, bro. Shout out to Mr. Black Dragon 10K for the $2 super chat. If you like rap, listen to anime rap. Okay, bro. You know any anime rap, Theo?
Yeah, there's a lot of anime rap. I mean, I can't take it off the top of my head right now, but in Japan, an anime that doesn't go over to America, yeah, in the West, there's plenty of rap inside of anime. Yeah, sure. I can't remember them all. But that's the thing. My point on that, again, going what I said about J-pop. There's a lot of J-pop that, of course, has Black influence. It's very obvious, but they're not talking about shooting people. They're not talking about the N-word. They're not doing anything degenerate. But it's a hardcore message, but it's just not like that, right? So yeah, it's socially acceptable. So this is what we need to have also with our rap. I remember listening to Soul to Soul back in the day, and I really felt energized by them. I thought it was beautiful music. Why can't we get music like that again? You
know? Okay, I remember a guy called Nujabes, and recipes on Nujabes. Like he was like a Japanese DJ. He did Samurai Champloo and some anime rap back in the day. Awesome person, man. Rest in peace to him. He has some awesome tracks. So I recommend him to you, brothers, man. And one other guy called what's his name? Oh, he also did a Samurai Champloo soundtrack too. DJ something. He's a brother. I'll try and find out and share my Discord or the Facebook group. Shout out to Mr. B Irons for the $2 super chat. Cold approaching in West, how to avoid false accused. Go on, Theo.
Make sure you cold approach in a open area. Sorry, in an area with cameras. Make sure you know where you are. Make sure there's other people around. And then the final solution is don't.
Thank you, Theo. Awesome. Awesome. So
I don't know. I don't know how you can have any benefit by cold approaching or dating Western women. I've said it on streams many, many times. Especially after you go abroad, why would you date Western women? It makes no sense. So you're basically saying this: you go abroad, you drive a new BMW. It has no mileages on it, and then you come back and you're like, well, how do I find a used Ford with 250,000 miles on it and drive it? And I'm like, what are you, nuts? I mean, come on, man. Like, just go back abroad and get your BMW. So that's my position. It'll always be my position. Once you go abroad and you actually have a relationship abroad, you cannot have a relationship in the West, period. It will not work. You cannot date them because they're too entitled. They're just like, you're a mess. We cannot date you. The quality is just too low. We cannot be with you.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, bro. So now the phone lines are open. And once again, book your IT consultation, join the Patreon, cop the merch. Join my Facebook group, like my Facebook page, be involved in the international passport ecosystem. I'm doing my best to help you brothers out, man. So phone lines are open, and let's speak about the topic of the live stream, the Passport Bros music and the Passport Sisters in Dubai. And we can speak a little bit about rap here and there, but let's make it more about the live stream topic. Okay, that'll be awesome. Thank you, brothers, man.
I'm going to say one thing while people are calling in. People have said that, like, for example, for the woman in Dubai, that Biden can do something to come pull a string and to get her. No, he can't. Dubai is sovereign. The United States is sovereign. These are sovereign countries, and if they want to keep her in Dubai in a prison cell, they can. They have the legal right to do so. There's nothing that Biden or any other leader in the world can do, unless if they want to use power, they can do a military invasion. But that would be the only way. That literally, I'm not making things up. That's like the only thing they can do. Outside of that, there's international law, and we don't have the ability to go there and force somebody out of the jails. If we did, we would have forced out all of our Western citizens out of foreign jails a long time ago. So, there's nothing that Biden can do except ask.
Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. You know what I'm referring to, Theo?
Yeah.
I really mean that. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon.
my view on him right now is please deal with the inflation in the United States, because I'm starting to feel it, and my salary is huge, and if I'm feeling it and wanting to go abroad just because of salary, like, other people have got to be feeling it really hardcore. So this is some ridiculous stuff that's going on right now with inflation in the United States. This has got to stop. So I was like, again, got to do something about it. I don't see him winning the next election just upon the inflation unless he has some sort of plan in place to deal with it. I like his foreign policy in Ukraine. Very pro that. Yeah, I think he's doing a great job. So I'm of course, I speak Russian and Ukrainian. I've lived there, and so I'm very much following this situation on a daily basis, and I like what I see so far.
You think so, Phil? I mean, I think he should just call it a truce and deal with Russia and have some sort of accord. I mean, come on, bro. Like, it ain't going to stop until, because, brother, let me tell you this, man. The Russian Federation isn't going to fall without a fight. They will use everything they can to keep their structure in place. So it's either either there's a truce or someone's getting battered, and it won't be Russia, bro.
No,
China,
Russia's gonna be better.
No, because think about it, bro. Because if America comes in, okay, right? America,
they don't need to. They don't need to. They don't need to come in. They don't need to come in. No, not at all. It's very obvious right now that Russians are not properly trained, and they don't have combined arms. and without that, they can't get proper territory in Ukraine. And Western arms can be used to continuously kill the citizens of the Russian army. So this is basically destroying the power of the Russian military for a fraction of the cost without any Westerners dying. It's called I can't say the word. There's an actual technical term for this. So basically, if in a nutshell, if your enemy is shooting themselves in the foot, let them do it again and again. Just sit back and say, go ahead. So they've lost. You know what the death toll is for the Russian military, right?
Fake news.
We're talking. It's well over 150,000. Yeah. So these guys, yeah, I'm watching the Ukrainians. I'm not watching the Western news. I'm actually looking at Ukrainian sources, like guys who are speaking English and in Ukrainian, and I'm like, yeah, these guys know what they're talking about. It's just a question of time before they actually kick Russia out. But I want there to be an even greater toll for the Russian military. So, very happy with what the situation is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I want them to be crushed. Just think about it. So I went to Japan in '97, right? Who was the leader of Russia in '97?
So that was Boris Yeltsin, right?
No,
Boris
it was
Yeltsin?
Putin.
Oh, was it?
Putin.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been in power. Well, okay, so we had Clinton, Bush, Obama, Trump, and now Biden. How many? Okay, so that's 5. How many prime ministers have you had since Putin has been in power?
Okay, so he's a dictator. Okay, so what does that have to do with the war, bro?
No, this guy's a dictator. He needs to go. Yeah, he just needs to go. That's it. He does an illegal invasion. He should not be in Ukraine at all. That's just ridiculous. And he clearly doesn't have power, and he's doing this in order to improve himself, like his popularity in Russia. It makes no sense that the war is extremely not popular in Russia, but they can't say that because if they do, they'll go to a gulag, which they're following the law. So if you say something against the war, you go to a gulag. Okay, so you don't say something against the war. So they're controlled, and they're going to keep on doing this. But you see, they don't have the ability to actually just take Kiev, which is what they should do. They don't have it. So they don't have the military that they think they have. So this is great for us, for Western powers. It's showing the superiority of our arms market, which is good. This is what I would want. And then also, Europe isn't buying gas and oil so much from Russia anymore, which reduces their power standing in the world.
Bro,
This
listen,
is
right?
good.
But if you think about it, bro, the reason why feminism is a problem, the reason why we have to travel, the reason why America's garbage now, UK's garbage, because the Western culture, bro. Western culture, which is promoted by America and the UK, have ruined, a lot of women's mind states and made life hard for us, bro. Divorce rates, etc., feminism, bro. So we need some sort of counterbalance to the Western hegemony, brother. We need other countries to rise and have power, so we can't rely on the financial resources of the Western powers, bro. So, bro, we need this, brother. Like, brother, think about it, brother. I can't believe you're rooting for. Theo, what's going on, brother? You good? You good, Theo?
No,
hold on, bro. Is there
remember,
a Keisha? Is there a Keisha next to you right now, bro? Is there a Keisha?
No. It's nothing. It's because I was there and I saw it. You notice that I don't, for example, I say get Slavic women, but I never say live in Russia or Ukraine because I know better. I would never want to live there. There's no way. I would be fearful for my life there if I were living there permanently. Ain't gonna happen. So the culture is one thing, but the political rights is quite another. And you want to have the political rights. That's actually a very good thing. Ukraine needs to have their corruption removed, and they need to not be westernized because they have a problem with, let's say, feminism in Russia. They have their own problem there. It would be a familiar topic, but it's not Western feminism. It's a different thing. It's something that I argued about in university while I was taking feminist classes. And I told them, I said, what you're going through now in the West, Russia already had 40 years ago. So they're trying to reverse it because they see what happens. It destroys their country. And now this is what's going to happen to the West. It's going to destroy you guys. And the feminists were like, no way, that's impossible. It's like, yeah, because your feminism destroys the family, and it destroyed the family in the Soviet Union. So now we're seeing it in the West, right? So the Soviet Union, the former area, they still don't have a family structure. It's gone. It's nuked. So what do? They don't have any, like, it's like post-feminism, like in a way. So what do? They're lost in a way. So you say like they have to have a counterbalance to the West. Well, you don't want Russia to be that.
Okay,
China's okay because China has actually a family structure. So I don't mind China. That makes sense. But they're actually, all it has to happen is the United States says no more production for China. They're gone.
But brother, we need BRICS to rise. We need Africa to rise. We need Asia to rise, because when these countries rise, they keep their culture intact. So China's risen, but China isn't Western. Okay, Saudi Arabia has risen, but Saudi Arabia isn't Western. They keep their cultures intact. We need these countries to counterbalance the influence of the Western powers. Because if only the Western countries are rich, that means they're gonna have influence and power all around the world, bro. So Russia needs to get its ish together and start making moves, in certain countries, bro. Come on, Russia, right? Get your ish together.
But they're not going to, because if you look at the history of Russia, they've never had democracy even once. They have no ability to make democratic institutions. They have no ability to have rule of law. If Russia and Ukraine would just remove their corruption and actually have rule of law and allow and respect human rights, they'd be a lot further down the road. But they don't, and they shoot themselves in the foot constantly. That's why I don't want to live there, because I'd be horrified. And again, somebody in the chat talking about Solzhenitsyn. My focus in literature was Solzhenitsyn, and my professor at university was a Solzhenitsyn scholar. So I actually studied under him, and I studied very well when I was in Russia. I saw what the Soviet system was and what Russia is as in history. They haven't really changed that much, even though they're not Soviet. They're still basically Soviet. And I'm like, you don't want to be a part of that. That's not good for you. You're not going to do well there. I've told, again, Lika, my girlfriend, she's in Ukraine. Well, she's actually a refugee right now in Slovakia. And I said, like, yeah, we get married, we can live in like Poland, Slovakia, or Czech, but we're not going to live in Ukraine because it's crap. And I know it, it. She's like, yeah, that's actually true. So we can live in Brazil. I'm not going to bring you to America. She's like, fine, but we're not going to live in any Slavic country like that that's under the former USSR because it's crap there. You don't want to be there. Huh.
Were you referring to Friedrich Nietzsche? Nietzsche?
No,
who are you referring
to? Solzhenitsyn.
Who's that?
Solzhenitsyn is a political. He's a literary writer who wrote a lot about the Soviet Gulag system, and he wrote First Circle and some others that I can't remember it all right now. It's too bad. I have all the books in Russian downstairs, but he's actually very popular in Russian literature and showed who the Soviets really were. They exiled him, they kicked him out of the country. So he was in America, and then he also denounced the West and said they were crap. His denouncement was actually correct. I agree with what he was saying. But he's one of the best literary minds that Russia has ever produced.
Okay, I'll check him out. Thank you. So we got a couple of callers here. Let me bring in Mr. Demswood. After that, Tony Glover, then Fives and Andrew Ski Corden. So let me bring in Demswood in the building. It's been a minute, Demswood. Let me bring you in now. What's going on, Demswood? How you doing, bro?
What's up, big bro? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, bro. How you keeping, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm currently not in the UK at the moment. I'm in Iron Apple, Cyprus at the moment. Let me give you my overall impressions. Bro, it's UK 3.0. I'm not gonna lie. UK 3.0. I'm only here with my brother and mates. Yeah, I'm here for for my annual leave. But bro, it's UK 3.0. There's so many UK people here, bro. I can't believe it. Oh my god!
You smashed a couple chicks, bro.
Only one chick, bro. I can't. Oh man.
Was she Japanese?
No, she was Nigerian.
Keisha, come on, bruv, man. Keisha.
Yeah, man.
Brother, you telling me you booked a flight all the way to Cyprus to smash a Keisha, bruv? What's going on? What's going on with Thomas nowadays, bruv?
She was foreign. She was Nigerian, yeah. But later did I know, yeah, she was tapped, man. Like I couldn't been. Yeah, I couldn't, bro. This is the last time I'm ever smashing a Nigerian chick ever, bro. But yeah, boys, Iron Knuckles UK 3.0, man. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was different.
Bro, I think we gotta do a live stream when you're back here. When are you back?
I'm back Friday.
Okay, we'll get a live stream set up, bro.
No, but this has to be. I think this has to be on the Patreon.
Oh, so you've been a naughty boy, huh? You've been a naughty boy, Thomas, huh?
It's wild, man. I never knew Cyprus was like this. Wild.
I think Theo's been there. Theo ran through a couple of Keishas back in the day in Cyprus, right?
No, I had a good time in Cyprus. I like it. It's a very nice place. But no, I didn't run through anybody while I was there. I was pretty tame. I was a university student, so I was a pretty good guy there while I was there. But I was just on the beach. You know, I was studying like what Turkey did, like that kind of stuff. I was interested in that.
Yeah, I did some. I learned about that as well. Yeah, but I went to the nasty beach. My goodness, bruv, I saw a lot of degeneracy, man. But I'll keep that for the Patreon.
Lord, we need that Patreon intel, bro. Lord have mercy. Flipping heck, bruv. Welcome back, though, Demswood. So Demswood, what's your thoughts on the live stream topic, the Passport Bro rap and the Dubai sis, if you know anything about it?
Oh yeah, I know about the Dubai sister situation. Good for so right. I've been to Dubai 2 times. Beautiful country, but it's not a place where you act a fool. They don't play in Dubai or in the Middle East. Apparently, she got arrested because she raised her voice. Right? She shouted.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. No, these passport sisters, man, they're just a walking L. Like, the first thing you do before traveling to a country is to learn what the country is about, learn about their laws and regulations. Clearly, in the Middle East, women are put in their place. Now, not to sound, not to sound misogynistic, but it's a good thing because, they're very traditional. They know how to be wives and mothers. Clearly, this Keisha, this passport sister, didn't like that, so she chose to bring her Western mentality to the foreign country, and now she wants Uncle Sam to save her. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen.
Yes, indeed, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Yes, you made your bed, now lay in it. Absolutely, bro.
Yeah, like Dubai is a beautiful country, man. Dubai, you can make a lot of bread there. I want to do that. You can. Yeah, I'm just thinking. You can make bread, but could you build in Dubai, Theo?
I don't know the law there for building. It matters what you like. You mean a company or a house or a building? I know you can invest. So, I mean, because when I was in Japan and working in the financials, I was well aware of their investments in Dubai. So your investments there will go just fine. I don't think you can own property there though if you're not a registered citizen there.
Okay, see. But you can make a lot. You can make over 6 figures in Dubai because
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, they're always looking for cloud and IT guys over in Dubai. Yeah, they're always trying to get them over, and I always say no. I'm not going to go there. No, not going to happen. But yeah, they're always looking for it.
Sorry for the noise, brothers. There's a lot of Westerners in my hotel acting a fool right now. Let me put myself on mute for a moment.
So while Thomas does that, so if you want to hear, just how freaky Dubai gets, so I interviewed a brother last year, and he dealt with Russian women in Dubai, Arabic women in Dubai, Ethiopian women in Dubai. There's a lot of freakish activity out there in Dubai that Passport Bros must know about. Go on my Patreon to hear that. I mean, brothers, as you know, right, you're literally set up for success here. Who else has intel like this on Dubai? Only International Passport. So go on the Patreon and go check it out and see just how nasty and freaky Dubai women are. So let me bring in Mr. You got any more points before I bring in a new caller?
Yeah, let me talk about rappers. J.Cole, commercializing Passport Bros. I want to say this, man. I'm an old school guy. 1980s, 1990s, golden age of hip hop and rap. Wu-Tang Clan, Method Man, NWA, all day, every day. I don't like modern rap, man. They sound like they're having seizures when they're doing the stupid mumble rap. Like, what kind of nonsense is that, bro? Just speak English. Even Snoop Dogg took the piss out of them, bro. They don't know how to rap. Sorry. Yeah. They can't rap properly. And brothers, let me ask you this question. Like, what has rappers done for our image?
Nada. Nothing.
So, yes, we love 90s and 80s rappers, but it wasn't as bad. They weren't as bad as the modern rappers today, bro, who promote just degeneracy. We saw the BET Awards, right? We saw that, IP. Yeah, complete degeneracy. How does that help our image?
Not a single way.
There you go. But it's good to be back, IP. It's good to talk to you too about Big Bro Theo. I'm gonna allow another brother to call in.
Thank you, Dems. Would appreciate you, bro. Let me bring in Mr. Tony Glover. Tony, give me a thumbs up. Can I bring you in with your camera on? Is that okay? Okay, let me bring in Mr. Tony Glover. What's going on, Tony Glover? How you doing, brother?
Hey, how you doing, IP Theo? Yeah, I know we talked before. I'm actually the corner with a healthy diet. I'm so lazy to log out of that one, man. But I'm the one that gave you the donation thing, so it's all good.
Thank you for the donation, brother. Much appreciated, bro.
Oh yeah, it's all good. Yeah, man, I love what you guys are doing, man. You guys are doing great things, and things. I said I got to chime in on this one, but you guys have hit so many good points. But let me see here, and actually, I would say I'm closer to Theo's age, for sure. I'm 55, so yeah. So I've been around. I know the rap from the 80s to the 90s, and other gentlemen too. So yeah. Yeah, but
yeah, it was some good stuff. It was some good stuff, but I was just studying. That was the thing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I didn't have time because like people were listening to it, but I was like, okay, so like that CD is going to be like $13, right?
Right.
I can go buy a book. So I go buy a book and go study, right? Or copy something, go to Kinko's and copy a book or something like that. I didn't really have that much music. I didn't really do it until I got to Japan. Actually, I was in Europe and I bought music, but then I was buying that kind of stuff over there. So,
yeah.
well, it's a zero. I'm still trying to get back on it, but oh well, what can I say?
Exactly. Let me see. I'm probably going to talk about the black woman because I heard about that a few days ago. I knew you guys were going to cover it. and things. I was talking with she's a friend of mine, but you were talking about it. But at any event, I'm in agreement with you guys. Yeah, you must obey the laws when you're traveling abroad. In her particular case, in good fashion, she never thought once to check with the laws and things when you're traveling abroad. And then this is what ended up happening. And then you get the so-called Hotep hustlers to kick in to help bail them out. But if they felt that good with Umar Johnson and all the rest of them, if they felt with that, well, in other words, if they had that much motivation, why don't they take their behind over there and bring them back over here? You know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
Right, exactly. And let me see here. And what's the other one? Oh yeah, about the I wouldn't worry about the Pookies and Ray Rays and things because I'm going to Colombia next month, but I wouldn't worry about the Pookies and Ray Rays in regards to these countries because what happened to the ABW can happen to them as well, and all it takes is to get out of pocket and out of line. Now you got, I'm sure Theo been over there to the United Emirates. I believe it's like 9 of them. I believe so. Caught with drugs there, it's the death penalty. Yeah. So, you know, so I wouldn't worry about that as much and things. Oh yeah. I know I studied Mandarin. I took a year's worth of private lessons of Mandarin Chinese, which I am going to go back on, dabble a little bit in Japanese, but I am going to continue with that. I just love language in general. Way before the Passport Bros was ever created, it's just something I enjoy doing. And things. So yeah, so I'm on the same wavelength as you guys though, because I'm here in Detroit. There's nothing here, as we talked about before, with the Keishas and all the. And I actually know a person named Keisha too, but it's just nothing here. It's nothing here.
All right, thank you, bro. Thank you for that breakdown there, Tony.
Yeah,
Appreciate
no
it,
no problem at all. I appreciate you guys, man. Yep, stay positive, and I'm gonna check. I'm going to do the CC. You know, the first one, was it the CCP? I'm gonna take that introductory class first before I get into you guys to get a little, because I took the introductory, then I'm gonna do that one, and then, you know, holler at you guys on that. But I love what you guys do. You guys take care. I'm out. Thanks.
Peace out, bro. Thank you very much,
all right,
Tony.
All right.
Let me bring in. Let me bring in Mr. Fives. Okay. So let me bring you in now, Fives. Hold on, brother. Hold on. Turn your camera on in the background, please. You confirm. Thank you, Fives. Turn your camera off. Let me bring in Mr. Five. What's going on, Five?
Doing good, doing good. Can y'all hear me clearly?
Yeah.
Loud and clear, brother. Loud and clear. Nice to meet you. Nice to hear from you again, Five. What's your thoughts on this stream, brother?
Yeah, good to see you, IP, Demswood, Theo. So I do actually have a couple of points of contention. So I'll just go topic by topic. So let's start with the Passport Sis that got caught up. I really hope somebody does pick up that phone because I called it. Y'all remember that last time I was on? I said that this might happen. If you don't remember, don't worry about it. But I did know that something like this would happen in the future. Strictly. Oh, what's that echo? What's that echo? I thought I heard an echo.
No, not me. Carry on, bro.
Okay. No, since that incident that happened, I believe it was in Africa where they were on top of the slave site. Since that live stream I was on and I called it then. So if people are wondering what I'm referring to, that's it. Yep, I knew it. I called it. So yeah, and that feel when someone who complains about the patriarchy experiences actual patriarchy. My only contention on that point, because I don't really disagree on that point. The only thing I do have is that I do remember an instance where Antonio Brown, because I do remember y'all saying that athletes tend to have a strong image overseas, but Antonio Brown had an incident in Dubai. I won't say what he did. Y'all can look up it on his wiki if you want to really find out. But I think it really is starting to diminish with them too. I think celebs are going overseas and doing this too. And I think it's just because they have money. Now, granted, from what I know of Dubai, from the people who I served with, Dubai tends to let stuff go if they know you have money, right? A la Lil Wayne and Antonio Brown and stuff like that. I can't confirm that. I don't know, but I do think that celebrities are starting to diminish image overseas. But that's Theo, are you looking up?
Yeah, I'm looking at some of this stuff right now, actually. Yeah,
but sorry, brother, you do have a point when you said in Dubai, they kind of overlook some things. You guys remember the IG model situation over there?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to keep it PG, yeah, they overlook a lot of degeneracy there, even though it's illegal because they got the money and influence.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have the Russian Ukrainian models over there as well doing stuff, and nobody talks about it. And so, yeah, I mean, but that's the way it is. That's why you got to make sure you're acting right there, because you're not going to get a fair shake. Going on what Five says, I'm just waiting for the day when an ABW twerks in a mosque in the Middle East. I want to see what happens.
Oh, you're gonna see how. Oh, that'll make worldwide news.
Haram, brother.
Oh yeah,
haram. But all you'll see is a body bag. I'm keeping it there. That's all you're gonna see.
Well, if she's lucky, if there's enough of her left. I'm serious. Like, you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So when it happens, I'll be like, all right, haram, haram. Right. I'll just be like, all right, it happened. All right, I'll just keep on going because I know it's gonna happen. I don't want to watch it. It's gonna be so horrible. So, but you know they're gonna do it. You know they're gonna do it. Yep.
Because in Dubai, like, even I knew you're not allowed to drink. You're not allowed to bring alcohol. It is illegal. One Westerner from the UK, he had alcohol in his possessions. He's still imprisoned. Even though he didn't drink it, he's still in prison because you're not allowed alcohol in the Middle East. It's completely forbidden. But, some Westerners don't want to listen.
Yep, some of the strictest laws on the planet. Some even more ridiculous than what you'll find in like Asia in some cases. So I put it on the back burner of my travel list.
In Asia, you can drink alcohol and walk down the street and urinate. Middle of the night, you thought like they may not arrest you. They'll probably just say, "Are you okay? Let you do what you want, let you go." Because if they started arresting people, their jails would be filled with salarymen, so they don't want that. So they're pretty open about that. But yeah, you just don't do like twerking like that. I want to see if they go to Asia and do a twerk in a temple. Yeah, it's just because suddenly the atheist Japanese will become theists over time. Like it'll be the one day they're theists, they'll do something against that, and then they'll become atheists again. So, you just don't do that kind of stuff. It's really bad. What can I say? But they're going to anyway because they have no control.
All right, let me bring in a last point here. I've got many callers in the back waiting.
Okay. Well, I guess if that's the case, then I'll just quickly move on to the point of the rap thing, and I'll make it as quick as I possibly can. This is actually where most of my contention comes from. I am on the side of let's let the music come out and see what it sounds like first, because we don't know. And by the way, I actually have points and examples of artists who came out with music from this decade about Passport Bros, and it was actually solid, if not really good. For example, Nobody from Nas on King's Disease 2, Kendrick Lamar, The Hillbillies, featuring Tyler Creator. Speaking of the devil, last point, Tyler the Creator, Savari, Grammy nominated or Grammy won. I forget which one of the two. I think it won a Grammy. I think it won 2 Grammys, actually. That basically was a Passport Bros album. All of that music came out in this decade. There are positive examples of this being promoted, right? And all these people are rappers. I just don't want to write off the song that they're making before it actually comes out and we have a chance to listen to it. Now, if it comes out and it's what you guys say, okay, be the first one to admit it's wrong. I just think we need to give it a chance. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I'm of the opinion, right? Whether it's good or bad, calling your song name Passport Bros, in my opinion, is the wrong thing for them to do. It just brings a lot of eyes to it, whether it's good or bad, bro. I mean, why don't you call it Traveling Men? Why Passport Bros? You know, and we know a lot of degenerate people listen to rap music, whether it's good or bad. They're thinking, what's a passport, bro? They look it up, they see my videos, they see all these women I've interviewed. Oh, I can get that. But these guys are bums, you know, they don't have anything going on for themselves, they're useless people. And that's how our image gets even worse abroad, bro. That's where I'm leaning, brother. You know? That's my issue here. You want to say something, Theo?
No, I definitely agree with you. Yeah, I don't like it at all. I don't like this. Yeah, I also have an issue with it because it makes us look bad. And basically, when we go abroad, we are our country's ambassador, but we're also the representative for each other. So if we have that bad, degenerate culture coming in, it's going to make me look bad, make you look bad as well. And if, like, again, I'll talk about the Passport Joes, if they go out and smash chicks like crazy, it makes us look bad. So we don't want them to be doing this. Like, hey, stop it. And likewise, we don't want ourselves to be having degenerate behavior because it makes other brothers look bad as well. We just don't want it.
Sorry, IP. I want to say something on this as well. Yeah, like every time there's a brother traveling, like, brothers, please know what you're doing when you're abroad. Like, you can't put these, and please don't make any exceptions for rappers, because what have they done for you? They've only said the N-word by, like, what did they do for us, bro? Like, I'm being real, IP. What have rappers done for good black men such as ourselves? Nothing. All they've done is promote degeneracy. All they've done is say the N-word with the one starting with A, ending with A, as a sign of endearment or enlightenment. It's none of that, because the N-word has always had the same definition, and they're disgracing our ancestors. Full stop. That's what they're doing.
Facts.
And you're promoting non-black people to say the N-word, but you guys say here's their counter argument. How come you guys say it, but when you know it's the same definition? That's what they're gonna tell you. It's the same definition. They know it. You're just encouraging them to say it, but you don't like it when they say it. It doesn't make sense. So that's why I said. That's why I said in the live chat. The N-word should be a criminal offense. It should be a criminal offense because it's the most offensive word ever created in the English language.
Very, very true, bro. And and I also blame another group of people. I'm not going to say their names, but the people who run the industry, who run certain things, who allow this to happen. Because if it was a slur for their community and that was being pushed out, they will stop it completely. You know who they are. I'm not going to mention the name. Don't mention the name. Demswood. Don't mention the name. We know who it is. They're also a part of this as well. And I blame them too. I really do. Because they are the ones who greenlight this stuff. I ain't gonna say their names, brothers. I ain't gonna say their names.
Sorry,
do your research.
Bella Drew, can you delete that, please? No, man, delete that. Delete that, man. I saw that. Oh.
I ain't gonna say no names, man. Demswood is a mod. He's a mod here, so Demswood, thanks for modding. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Mr. J Remo for the £5 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. And Remo, can you turn your camera on in the background so I can bring you in after? Theo, why do developers go broke? You'll confirm, Remo. Thank you, brother. Turn your camera off. Because he used up all his cash trying to orchestrate Kubernetes while the Terraform kept shifting on his feet. It's a joke, bro.
Well, then use a company account. Don't use your own account. That's why. Yeah, sorry. I had a nerdy answer for that one. So okay, that's a joke. Yeah. Okay. Uh, that, that was too nerdy for me. What can I say?
All right, so we have Ramel in the building. Andrew, I'm going to bring you on after, but Ramel he's on a later time zone, so it's late over here in the UK. What's going on, Ramel?
What's going on, IP? How are you, brother?
Not bad, bro. How you keeping, bro?
Very well, very well. What's going on, Theo?
I'm good. It's been a long day. I don't know. My emotions are up and down these days right now. So it's kind of hard to figure out exactly how I'm going to get back abroad this time. So yeah, that's why I spent the day trying to do that. And so a lot of communication. Like I see that you pinged me. I don't have time to answer. I'm trying to answer like I don't have time for it. Anyway, what do you gotta say? Come on.
Sure, whenever you're ready, brother. Whenever you're ready. But yeah, I'll keep it as short and concise. I have a few points. So, firstly, regarding the Passport Bros rap song that's due to come out. Okay, so I'm gonna say two sides. I think of two sides. One, I don't know much about J.Cole nowadays, but back in the day, 2014, I'm in a slight disagreement. I am a fan of J.Cole's rap, especially his older raps. 2014, I felt like it was more uplifting, more positive. So that's just my 2 pence. However, I'm in agreement with Theo and IP. I don't necessarily believe that having the rap song making the movement mainstream will end up positive. And the reason why I say that is there's value in scarcity. What's scarce is valued. I used to follow the Red Pill movement a lot, but as it's become more mainstream, I've just noticed that movement has gone left and it's not what it started off with. It's almost like the benefit system in the UK. It started off for a positive reason, but it always ends up getting manipulated and used for evil. So look at it that way. Yeah, going mainstream, I don't see it having much of a good impact for us. That's just my personal opinion.
Always, when it comes to the Red Pill community, always look at the core leaders and their messages. They haven't moved. They haven't budged. It's the peripheries, but the periphery has always been moving because those guys aren't processed yet. So those guys, like we said another stream, those guys are a smile and a BJ away from going straight simping blue pill again.
Facts, absolute facts.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of normal.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, Mel. Would you consider the boys at Fresh and Fit leaders, bro? After they brought on that Nick guy, and he said the N word, and what's going on there with that? And they're supposed to be the RP leaders now, but they're bringing on that guy called Nick. He's saying the N word, and I'm like, what's going on here, bruv? And that Zerka guy saying the N word as well in their platform, and these are two brothers. What's going on there, Theo, bro? Theo, I know you rock with them. So hold on, Thomas. Theo, I know you rock on them. You rock with them, Theo, bro. What's happening there, brother?
I'll see them in October. I'll talk to them about it then. I'll see what they're really thinking about. But in terms of the Black Manosphere, the leaders are Obsidian, Angry Man, and O'Shea Dew Jackson. They have always been the pillars, and so their messages have not changed at all. And they are the real representations of it. So just tune into them. You notice my conclave is Obsidian, right? I'm with Obsidian's with Kevin Samuels. So that's what it is. I'm not floating all by myself there. I'm with one of the pillars. There are other guys in there as well, but still there's a lot of purple and blue pillish guys that are like, hey, you're kind of cute, but you're not really a part of us.
And that's exactly the point I'm making. The core of what it was is real, but the moment it becomes more mainstream, people try to jump on the bandwagon. And I see the same thing happening here with the Passport Bros movement. You have the core movement such as IP, who's been doing this for years. But the more it becomes mainstream, people want to jump on the bandwagon, which in turn will just give it such a negative name. So I'm not a fan of it going too mainstream. I think it should always stay for who it was meant for, but we'll see how that goes. Swiftly moving on. Sorry, go ahead, Theo.
Yeah, that's why the core guys have to show their faces, have to show their relationships, and keep on the message, because they have to separate themselves from the Pookies, because the Pookies will take over. So I've talked about this a lot with Obsidian, and in the Passport Bro movement, the ratio of what we consider to be Passport Bros and Pookies is about 1 to 3. So that's going to continue. So we have to maintain our image. We have to make our own narrative, or else the Pookies will take over.
One
Going on
second
to
there,
one-
Mel.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, bro. Go on, Demswood. I knew you wanted to chime on that.
Yeah, it's on Fresh and Fit. IP and brothers. Yeah, I'm not wrong in saying we used to rate Fresh and Fit before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you too, brother Mel, right? How you doing, bro?
How you doing, brother?
Yeah, you used to rate Fresh and Fit before, didn't you?
I did.
How do you think of them now?
I wouldn't say I'm completely turned and not rating them, but there are a few question marks.
For me, you know how I feel on the N word. I unsubscribed once I saw that guy on their platform, as well as that that grifter. Nah. But no, the one thing that turned me off was their beef with Adam and Preach. That's the one thing that turned me off. When they had Sneeko on the Tumble stream, do you remember that video at IP? Yeah, that's what completely turned me off. I couldn't believe that. That was complete degeneracy.
Yeah, very disappointed as to what's happened in the past couple of weeks, especially with the whole Zerka stuff and Nick. I'm disappointed, man. So, go on, Remote. What's your additional points, bro?
Yeah, I'll make it quick. Theo, what you said regarding being a law-abiding citizen, I absolutely agree. So, I used to indulge a lot in the green grass before I went abroad over to China. But I can absolutely say it wasn't something I needed to wean myself off or slowly. Like the moment I knew I was going to China, I knew how their laws were. I knew how the drug laws were. I just stopped. It wasn't something I had to force myself. I just stopped. I got there and I didn't miss it. I didn't miss out. And when I came back, I just didn't really feel the need to jump back on. Yeah, I indulged a lot before, but I just knew what the situation was in China. And when I got to China, I saw many people arrested and deported for smoking indulging in the green grass over there. And English teaching company almost went bankrupt because they had a lot of white Canadians who were caught indulging in hotel rooms. So yeah, just be a law-abiding citizen, respect the laws of the country where you're going, know how it works there. I can't believe I forgot to even say this, IP, but it just came to my mind now that we're on this topic. Actually, a lot of Arabs and Puerto Ricans are dealing quite heavy in Seoul. So yeah, just to put that out there, the Arabs are dealing in Seoul. It's happening. Now,
what's selling it or actually buying it, bro?
Selling, bro.
Jeez.
Selling, man. Yeah, man. And lastly, regarding the rap again. So two things. One with Asia. I don't have much intel on Japan, so I'll leave Japan out of this. Theo can chime in for this one. But one thing I noticed when I was in China, brother, the rap music would play in the clubs. All the Westerners, especially a lot of the black women, all the black women will be twerking away, doing their thing. I never once would see any Chinese girl get up, start twerking or moving a fool. However, that American hip hop culture is absolutely creeping into South Korea heavy. I wouldn't even say creeping, it's starting to indulge hard. You're starting to see Korean women twerking, even on live stage. Korea just recently had their Water Bomb Festival, one of the largest festivals in Korea every summer. Performances, the women are twerking, the hip hop culture is really seeping into Korean culture heavy, very heavy. So yeah, I'm not really a fan of the rap going mainstream over in Asia. I'm not sure if it's affected Japan like that. What do you think, Theo?
Oh, it's always been there in Japan, but it's not. They domesticated it, so it's not going to be bad. It's not going to be degenerate, but it'll have the beat. Yeah, they'll have rappers on there, but like they'll have like Western rappers come in, but they're instructed not to say the N-word. So it's more like, you know, like say iTunes, like the safe copy of the safe version. That's what they can do. Yeah, they ain't gonna be saying no N-word like that.
See,
But
that's so
Japan won't tolerate it,
interesting.
really.
That's so interesting because in China it won't happen. China's got their media on lock, but in Korea it's starting to get out of hand. The girls are twerking. They're starting to use a lot of slang. Like Korea is slowly, the feminism and the degeneracy is slowly creeping in. I'll say it's a long way off from being completely ruined. It's not that bad, but it is absolutely creeping in strongly.
So you're telling me, Ramel, in this War Bomb Festival, the chicks that went there were twerking?
No, the performers were twerking, not just the girls, the performers.
What?
Yeah, it's fun. To them, it's fun, and I get it. Like, you know, in some instances, it can be innocent, but like Pooh said before, you're starting to see in Korea girls saying the N-word, starting to use a lot of slang. So my counter argument to that, and I'm sure Theo will agree, is the cheat code is 1, be professional, 2, learn the language. Because the thing is, the Pookies ain't going to invest in learning the language and become fluent. So let them have the low-hanging fruit. You invest in the language so you can have a higher quality of woman.
Brother, you're telling me South Korean chicks are saying the N-word nowadays in South Korea? What?
Oh, yeah, you can find it. You can absolutely find it, yes.
And I'm guessing a black guy is encouraging them to say the N-word, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's the black guys are encouraging it. They find it sexy.
Yeah.
Wow.
They do.
This is a joke. Can't believe this.
Yeah,
man.
Same thing for Japan. You have this subculture. So like when you went to Shibuya and you were like, if you saw like the hip hop that was going on there, right? If you would go in a little bit deeper and actually talk to the girls there, and especially the ones with the dreads, they might be using the N-word. So they might be with a black American GI or something like that, right? So you just got to feel like, hey, that's not for me. And she's like, okay, fine. But it's there.
If I can interject, please. Particularly on Japan. So again, granted, I was not there for a long time, and I was there for an event. And by the way, there were a lot of mainstream artists that were coming out to Japan that I missed. Like Bruno Mars was coming there. Kendrick Lamar is going to be there in August. Like they really do love black music, at least black music that I mess with, right? Like I love Bruno Mars and I love Kendrick Lamar. But when I did karaoke, because y'all know I went business professional in Japan, right? I brought my suits and everything and I was clean cut. And then when I was doing karaoke, there were actually some people surprised because I was doing Kendrick Lamar's swimming pools. They were surprised that I just did not use the N-word at all. Like when I do karaoke, I don't use it. And they were like, why don't you use it? And I was just kind of like, I don't like that word. Like they were actually surprised. And I was the one person in the room with the right to use it. I'm just kind of like, nah, that word, I don't like it. I mean, they didn't egg me on to use it. They were just surprised, which really just told me more than it told me what I needed to know.
This is what I'm saying, but and this is what rap is doing for our image right now. So I guarantee you, when Kendrick is in Japan in August, he won't be blowing out the N-word. He'll be encouraging Japanese people to sing along the N-word with him. These rappers are a bunch of goddamn fools and they're a bunch of goddamn sellouts. I don't respect any black rapper in 2023 right now. F them, bruv. Go on, Thomas.
Man, that kind of hurt me when Brother Ramel said, black guys who were in South Korea kind of found it sexy that the Korean women were saying the N-word. That just shows, man. That just shows everything. I'm going to say something controversial, brothers.
Keep it PG. Yeah? Don't get me in trouble, bro. Don't get me in trouble, please.
No,
Please.
I think some black people who promote degeneracy. I actually have a theory for this, brothers. Hear me out. Hear me out. My theory is because we're at the bottom in the West, we have a negative image in the West. They have a self-defeative mentality. So because we're at the bottom, our image is crap. Let's just accept and embrace degeneracy.
Damn.
I can see that to some degree, but I fight the power on that one. I don't care. So I do that with my own actions. So yeah, you can be like there are definite people out there who are manipulative, narcissistic, degenerate. I'm like, okay, there's a wall. You can't cross it. It's not going to happen. So we have to maintain our position relative to them and make sure they don't continue.
IP, I'll say one last thing and I'm done, brother. I want to make it clear, although I'm saying this about Korea, let me make it very clear. It's not the norm. It's not the norm. Your typical Korean girl is not like this. She's actually very sweet and doesn't know much about hip-hop and the Western world. I'm just saying it's growing. It's absolutely growing. I would consider myself to be a bit of a hybrid. So I like a girl that's interested in my culture, especially like I see a lot of reggae festivals in Japan. So that interests me. So to go to Japan and these foreign countries and see a girl who's interested in reggae or some of my country music, that is attractive to me, as long as it doesn't come with the degeneracy side. So I'm kind of looking for a hybrid like that. So it's more just about vetting. I think just vet the girl you're with. But I think the best case scenario is to find a girl who's a little more ignorant and you be the one to show her your culture rather than she already coming in with preconceived notions.
Let me share my screen, bro, because I'm looking at the watershed Korea stuff, right? And I'm thinking, when the South Korean chicks start dressing like this, bro, I'm concerned now, bro. Give me 1 second, brothers. What is going on here? Hold on, brothers. Hold on. Oh, flip's sake, man. Garbage computer. Hold on, brothers. Where is it? Why are they all in booty shorts? What is going on here, bruv? Flipping heck.
I need to see this.
I just closed it. South Korea. And I'm going to bring in Jules and Andrewski in a minute.
But you know, IP, it's a cultural thing. In Korea, it's not really seen as negative or slutty to show your legs. It's more showing off your top. Like showing your midriff and belly tops is not a thing. Showing your breasts is a no-no. But for some reason, legs has always been a bit acceptable. It's strange. It's just a cultural thing.
I see. Bruv, okay. What's going on?
The shorts is a bit mad though.
Yeah, bruv. Go on, Thomas. Go on.
They got nice legs, man. So these South Korean chicks, man. I'm not complaining.
Thing is, right. I'm not against women wearing booty shorts, but I want you to wear it for me in the home and not outside, so all men can see. That's my problem with these women. They want to just they want to dress half naked, only for my eyes only in my household, not outside. Is that too much to ask?
Nope.
Put some goddamn clothes on, woman.
You see most of them. You see most of these Western chicks in the UK, man. They're just not like adult entertainers now. Oh man.
I don't think I can share it just so I don't get any copyright stuff because it's music. But these chicks are out here in beauty shorts. The legs are nice. I ain't gonna lie, the legs are beautiful. My lord, look at those legs. But cover up, man.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad was it?
What in terms of what?
Like exposure of the flesh.
7.58.
Can you send it on the live chat, please?
Okay,
like a link.
On. Yeah, I'll send it on the live on the send it here. Okay, let me put on the live stream chat as well. Muslim mentality. Right, that's the link over there in the live stream chat. All right, so let me bring in. I am just Jules. Can you turn the camera on in the background, please, so I know you're not a troll? And Andrew Ski as well. Okay, let me bring in. Okay, let me bring in Jules, and after I'm gonna bring in. Let me bring in Andrew Ski first. He's been waiting for a long time. Jules, hold on, bro. Let me read a super chat real quick. Shout out to Mr. Johnny Walker for the $20 super chat. The term passport bro already does not have a positive connotation after AH situation in Brazil. If the term is co-opted, appropriated by rappers, we should consider distancing ourselves from it, perhaps blue book gentlemen. Thank you for the support, bro. And that's a good point there, Johnny. Shout out to I Am Jules for the $10 super chat. Support for men finding their solution. Thank you, bro, for the support. Much appreciation. So let me bring in Mr. Andrewski. Go on, bro. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's going on, man? I'm watching that video that you just sent. Oh my God, nah. I wouldn't want my girlfriend dressing like that outside. And I agree with what you say about that, because you know why? Because they can't. If she goes outside and she wears booty shorts and something happens to her, and I told her not to do it, she can't complain about protection, because I already gave you protection. I told you already, hey, don't do this. And you went outside and did it behind me anyway. So, I mean, for girls that do that, I don't think they deserve protection, man. Being really honest, they don't deserve that protection, bro. Because if I tell my girl not to do something, I know for a fact she's not going to do it. And if she does do it right behind me, if I tell her not to go outside, and I know for a fact how men are, if I tell her not to go outside and she does that, it's nothing I could do. Okay, it's whatever happens to you is what happens to you. Don't complain about me not protecting you. I'm not. If somebody does something, I'm not going out there to go fight them. I already told you not to do that. So it is what it is.
Facts, bro. Okay. I respect that. I'm happy to if the relationship breaks down. I ain't risking my life, man. If some Jack 6'10" dude sees you half naked and does something to you, I ain't doing. Nah. I'm sorry, bro. I told you, lady, woman, don't dress like a fart. Now you got treated like one, and you want me to protect you. You want me to fight a 6'9" dude. Nah, bruv. It ain't happening, man. It's over. Nah.
Another thing, too, IP, is when these passport sisters go overseas, remember when Theo said hey, Theo, you got a link to Renaissance?
You good, bro? You right?
Yeah, I'm good, yeah. You mean Theo or me?
No, you, bro. Someone was laughing. Is that you?
Oh, that's laughing? Me. That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. IP. Like
what's
the
funny
thing about it is the Renaissance. So Renaissance. That's what Theo was calling them. The guys that allow that guys that basically condone Keisha's to basically go if you look on, I be looking on Instagram sometimes and I see videos of just like of women hitting guys, right? But if the thing is, if the guy hits her back, then he's in the wrong, and then there's other guys coming to do that. Those are the simps that are those are the simps that are coming to basically say, hey, no matter what you do, girl, it's fine. You can do what you want to do. And now since she's overseas, now she carries that same mindset of I can do what I want to do. I can scream however I want to act. I can act how I want to act. She goes overseas and does the same thing in Dubai, and somebody checks her. The same guys are still saying the same thing. He's saying, oh, you shouldn't treat like a woman or something, or man or whatever. So yeah, so I just disagree with that whole thing with I disagree with it with her going over there and making herself look like a fool, and then she expects to be treated, and then she expects that she'll still be treated good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Andrew Ski. Appreciate you, bro. Let me bring in Mr. Jules in the background. Let me bring in Jules. What's going on, Jules?
Hey, you can hear me, IP?
Loud and clear, bro. Loud and clear. How you keeping?
I'm good. Thank you for having me up. Been enjoying the conversation so far.
Awesome,
It's been very fun to watch. A lot of people react to this lady in Dubai. It's very strange because a lot of people in America don't realize, or in the West in general, don't realize how conservative most countries are. They do not play around. And if you think that you're going to be able to play, they will put their rules on. They will enforce their rules on you. And I'll say, my first time knowing how this happened was a friend of mine who was, I wouldn't say friend. He got international attention because he's a rich guy, rich white guy, who got caught spitting in Singapore about 20 years ago. And the Singapore government was going to cane him. And there was a lot of international uproar. And this person was a diplomat's son, but they could not get him out of it. So they wound up putting him up. They said they were going to give him 100 lashes, but they gave him around 10. He passed out. Then they brought him back the next day. 10. He passed out. They wound up getting to that 100. But this is a guy who had that sense of entitlement and thought that his Americanness was going to be able to be spread all over the place. And I don't think a lot of people understand that you are a guest in certain countries that you are not a resident of, or you not have citizenship in, and if you don't respect those people's rules, they will enforce them on you.
Facts. Absolute facts, bro.
Yep.
Absolute.
Like
facts.
I was reiterating. I said it once, but I'll reiterate it. She strikes me as somebody who complains about the patriarchy, and then she experienced the actual patriarchy.
Yeah, Dubai does not play around. They have a lot of good spaces for tourists. They have a lot of expats who are there, but they respect the rules of the road.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Great. You want to say something, Remo?
Again, I'm just gonna quickly touch on what Andrew was saying. I take it with a pinch of salt because, again, I know Korean fashion, and again, in Korea, upper body midriff is usually a big no-no. For Korean people, having your legs out, it's actually not a big deal for them. I understand having your own personal feeling about it, which is absolutely fine. You're entitled to like what you like. But you have to understand the culture as well and where you're going. Everyone's different. And in Korea, I know chest and midriff is a no-no to have out. But legs, they don't really see it as a big deal over there.
Absolutely true.
Okay.
Wait, Ramel, bravo.
Yeah.
The reason why they show their legs is it because of shows a sign of femininity, beauty in Korea? Is that the reason why?
I'll be honest with you, I don't actually know why. I just know that over in Korea, it's really strange. Like, you'll be shamed for showing your chest and midriff, even like crop tops, but they wear some short shorts, and it's just not really a thing to them. It's really strange.
Interesting.
Put you on mute there, Jude. I'm hearing some background there. Let me share my screen there. Let me get a screenshot of these chicks because it ain't no way my chick's gonna be walking out like this. So whatever South Korea's got going on, we need to have a discussion about it. You know, what? Nah, bruv. This is give me 1 second, brothers. Open image in editor. Open image in editor. Yep. Okay, let me see if I can share my screen. Can I share my screen on this? Save as. Save it to my downloads. Open this up in. Give me 1 second, brothers. Open up in PDF.
IP, I want to say one thing.
Mm-hmm.
If she's showing off for everybody, she's everybody's. She was never yours. That's all I can say.
Thoughts?
She ain't listening to you, and she's showing off for everybody. She belongs to everybody. That's where you really see it.
The model, the trucker model.
No,
Korean
Korean chicks. Sorry, that reminds me. So we're talking about Korean chicks. IP, Ramel, I'm a fan of Blackpink.
Mm-hmm.
K-pop.
Okay.
Lisa!
Yeah, Lisa's the one, bro. She's too hot, bro. She just needs a little more meat on her, and then she'll be... But she's not even Korean, she's Thai.
Oh!
She's Thai.
She's not Korean, she's Thai.
All right, let me share my screen. Theo, are you there, bro?
Yeah, I haven't heard from Theo in a bit.
All right,
I'm here. I'm here.
Theo, how long do you have left, bro? I know you're a busy man.
I'm good. Don't worry.
Okay. So let me share my. I'm probably gonna go for another half an hour, 15 minutes minimum, half an hour max. It is late over here. Let me share my screen. Present, share screen. Let me make sure. Hold on. Okay. Share screen. Share screen. Is that the one? Yeah. So, are you dudes, right, gonna allow your chick to dress like this?
Hell no.
What's going on here,
No,
bruv?
no,
Nah.
no, absolutely not.
Theo, what's your thoughts about this, Theo? What's going on here, bruv?
Sorry, guys. My no, my Japanese wife never dressed like that. She rarely showed her legs. If she did, it would be below the knee.
If you go
This
to
is
Gangnam, you're gonna see that everywhere. That's all you're gonna. That's actually quite common in Korea, especially if you go to Gangnam and Itaewon. It's very common.
like this, bro.
Yeah, exactly. You go to Gangnam, that's very common.
You know what's so crazy? I never really messed with Korean women that ever dressed like that. I can't remember. I can't remember.
Bro, I'm gonna ask, how many Korean women did you mess with? This is very standard.
Just maybe a couple, 3 or 4.
This is very
2 or
standard,
3.
especially in Gangnam and the more high-end areas.
Maybe it's because I spoke the language.
I doubt they speak English, bro. It depends on the area. I'm saying the high-end areas like Gangnam, Itaewon. This is very standard.
Oh yeah. But the ones I talk to, nah. No, I wouldn't be talking to any woman that dressed like this. Nah.
Yo, this chick here, man, she's looking right, but you ain't even outside that baby girl. Come on, man. Look at this. This is too busty. This is some PORN outfit right here, man. Look at that. Legs all out. She got it's all tight around her hips, so the hips are showing. This is too busty, and this one over here, this is too much, bruv. Nah, man. Hey, I'm scared about South Korea, man. I don't know about that anymore, remote, bro.
I mean, if any
it's
of
not
these
all of
chicks,
them, it's not all of them, but Gangnam,
No.
definitely, that's normal.
if any of these chicks went to the UK or the US, you know they guarantee they're gonna get run through.
Mm-hmm.
Not even just that. Something bad could happen to them.
Yep.
Keep it PG, yeah. Keep it PG, yeah, please.
No problem.
Keep it PG, please. All right, so let's wrap it up, man. We're almost 3 hours. I need to sleep. So let me go to everyone for their last closing statement. So, Mr. I am just George. Do you have any closing statement, bro?
Yeah, when you go abroad, you're in another person's country. You're in their house. You have to respect their rules. Some countries are going to be a little bit more relaxed or a little bit more westernized.
Yo,
think about the Five Eyes countries. United States, Canada, was it UK, Australia, New Zealand? They'll be pretty much like an America Junior to a certain degree, right? Some countries will be a little bit different culturally, but if you're going to the Middle East, if you're going to most of Africa, most of Asia, most of South America, they have very strong cultural systems and laws that back them up, and hundreds of years of trying to keep a sense of stability in these societies. If you go over there trying to upset the apple cart, they are not going to care about you putting on 5 minutes of your mom crying on CNN or your local Fox News affiliate trying to get you back over here. That woman's going to wind up doing 1 year, maybe 3, because they do not have, unless they can pay $50,000 to get her out, that one's going to do some serious time. But gentlemen, recognize that you have a lot of options. The ladies don't, and they think they do, but they don't know how to act. So live how you need to live.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, Josh Jules, for that breakdown. All right, let me go to Mr. Fives. Do you have any closing statement, brother?
1 or 2. I pretty much agree with the consensus of the panel as far as the Passport Sis that went over there and apparently got into an altercation about a rent a car and all that stuff. It's just you can't do that. Like, just you have to try to do as the Romans do, as they say. It's like you just can't you can't do that. As far as the J.Cole, I guess we were gonna have to just agree to disagree. I don't know. It's just I have a very soft spot for music, and I really want to wait till this song comes out to make a final judgment. That's just my opinion. I do think that we can find artists that do and use it for good. Maybe we have an artist that decides to rap about IT one day and how more people should go ahead and get into spaces and getting their degrees like that. But yeah. Oh, and I guess the last thing is that as far as these ladies, I don't go to shows like that. That's not me, bro. In Japan, I didn't see any of that. I don't know what was the deal. So anyway, those are my closing statements.
Hold on, brothers. Hold on. Let me see. Who's next? So, Mr. Thank you for that, then Fives. Mr. Andrew Ski, do you have any closing statements? Good night, bro. Oh, I see him on that side.
Not really. No, I don't have anything really to say.
Okay. Thank you, Andrew Ski. Peace out. Okay, brother. Thank you, bro. Mr. Ramel, do you have any closing statements, bro?
I'll just say, yeah, I agree with Theo in terms of know where you're going, know what the basic culture structures are, follow it, assimilate, and invest in learning the language. Your experience will be much richer for it.
Yo, so Ramel just shared with me something. Can I share Ramel with everyone?
Just a quick background. This is called 1 Million Dance Studios. They're the biggest dance studio in Korea. They're literally world famous. So I'm just saying the hip hop culture is growing. This is literally the biggest dance studio in Korea right now. 1 million.
Let me share my screen. Present, share screen. Yo, what? Okay, bruv.
Hip hop's growing over there.
What? That's not what I want to see.
I can't see it. Is that a short IP?
Yeah, that's a short. Can you see it?
Wait, hold on.
I'm watching it myself. Yeah.
Bro,
guys,
what the hell?
Yeah, but Japanese schoolgirls have been dancing like this for at least 20 years. Yeah. Yeah, they definitely do that. And then showing your legs and things like that. Japanese schoolgirls, their official uniforms are by far sexier than what you saw those Koreans wearing. So those skirts go by far too high. Like, are you serious? And the girls approved it. That's what they wanted to wear. So, oh well, yeah. But I'm used to Japanese girls dancing like that. But it doesn't mean they're gonna put out or anything. They just that's how they want to dance, because they want to dance sexy. So, yeah. I got it. I'll see you guys. I go to Japan. I'll do a live stream from there. Okay. I'll show you some more stuff.
So, Mr. Damsel, do you have any closing statements, brother? Thank you, Ramel. I appreciate you, bro.
Great live stream, big bro. It's great to be back. It's great to see and talk to brothers on the panel. Big respect for all of you. When I come back from Iron Apple to the UK, I'm gonna plan to go to Germany. I'm gonna start with Berlin, and I'm gonna start with the infamous club IP. You know the club.
Oh. Are you going there? You're going there, bro?
I'm gonna plan, because Japan is my.
What, brother?
Not yet.
To that club, that specific club in the Patreon.
Maybe,
bro.
Maybe.
Be careful, bro. That's some demonic-ish, bro. That's too much. That's too freaky, bro. That's too freaky, bro.
Hell.
I know. But hey, bro, it's a one. Bro, come on, it's a once in a life.
brother, you're telling me you want to smash chicks, right, in front of everyone, brother?
No,
Come on,
No,
bruv. I think
I'm
that
gonna
covers
go.
too much, bruv.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with a brother. I just want to see it for myself because it's all like the way the brother described it. I can't. And you've seen it. You've seen. I showed you the video on Discord. I just want to see how it is in person. But yeah, when I come back, I want to plan for Germany because I think I want to be there for more than a month. So I'm gonna plan that. But yeah, it's great to be back. Discussing these certain topics. Passport sisters, they're just a walking L, in my opinion. They won't respect. They won't respect the countries they travel to. They won't respect the culture, the history, or the locals. They just want to bring the Western mindset and just display degeneracy. In terms of the rappers, I think brothers, you can't make exceptions for these guys, man, because they are just puppets of the establishment, in my opinion. They are just promoting degeneracy, and we can't allow that as passport bros. Remember, brothers, they're passport foes. So he's composed of passport Pookies and passport hoes. And you have passport Joes, who are the white men who do their own thing. We're passport bros. We need to show a positive image. All right? So, no, we can't have exceptions for these rappers. But, great live stream IP. Another classic. Thank you, Big Bro Theo. And yeah, I'm gonna make sure I do timestamps for this one because I really enjoyed this.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you there, Demswood. Also, let me go to Mr. Theo WAF. If you want to, any closing statements, brother?
Yeah, it was a good stream. I had a good time. Again, Western women, if you go abroad, you have to obey the local rules. If you can't do that, then you'll be in jail or out in the streets or deported. That's the way it is. I have to obey the local rules. You're not special abroad. You're just a foreigner. You have to remember you're just a foreigner. If you can't handle that, then stay home. It's just that easy. And I would say the same thing. Like we were saying that kind of stuff to, like the English, particularly the English and the Aussies back in the day in Japan, because they would act out. We're like, stop that. Act with how the Japanese want you to act. And most of them did, not all of them. Some of them made it back to Narita. They left the country because they didn't like it. So you have to remember that in terms of rap. Again, rap is beautiful if it's done right. So it needs to get rid of the N-word. It needs to get rid of degenerate behavior. I never permitted or liked what there was in there. And again, my wife and I, we used to listen to hip hop from time to time. We loved it, but we weren't listening to anything with the N-word. It just did not happen. So that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and drop. I had a good time, and for everybody. I will be back next week. What can I say? If you want to join our classes, please join Patreon. Please join Facebook groups. Please talk to us there. If it takes us a while to answer, it's because we are busy and we do have quite a lot of people requesting us. I mean, it's just intense. So we're trying to get back to you as fast as we can.
Awesome. Thank you for all you do, Theo. Peace out, brother. We'll speak very soon, bro. Peace out, Theo. Thank you, bro. So, wow, great live stream. Shout out to Theo WAF for yet another great Passport Bro show. Shout out to all the brothers who called in. Much appreciated. Shout out to the brothers who hit the super chats. That was greatly appreciated, man. And welcome back to the fold, Demswood. And I know you're continue having a great time in Ayia Napa, Cyprus. Don't be too pooky out there, brother. And don't fall in love with Keisha, brother. Do not fall in love with Keisha. We need you back in the UK, brother. We need you back in the UK to be a soldier for the Passport Bros cause. So hopefully the Nigerian Keishas don't get you in the sticky web. Okay, bro. So awesome, man. Brothers, loving this Passport Bros series, man. Like where we can come together, discuss Passport Bros topics, various topics that's important to us, man. So I'm super excited for more episodes. More live streams on the way, more video content. This is just an awesome space, man. A bunch of intelligent brothers. I'm really enjoying this, man. This is amazing. But we have just like-minded brothers, you know, who are pursuing one goal, and that goal is to find happiness, right? And all of us, right? We're all gonna find happiness. We're all gonna find happiness, brothers. So keep pushing, man. Believe in yourself, brothers. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Right? Y'all can do it, brothers, man. Okay. So once again, you can book your IT consultation with me. Everything is within the description below. Okay, in this video, book your IT consultation, join the Patreon, cop the merch, hit the PayPal, share my videos around. We're doing the good work here, man. We really are. So we're gonna need your support, my brothers. We're gonna need your support to get to the finish line. So I appreciate all you brothers, man. I really do. Have a great week ahead, brothers. A great Monday. Have a great weekend this week. And I see you, brothers, for future classics. I'm International Passport, and I see you, brothers, in the next Passport Bros episode. And to end things, shout out to Theo, shout out to all the brothers worldwide. Salute. Peace out, brothers. Thank you very much.